So, what are you doing, Echo?
So Echo's gonna go over to kind of the edge of the camp, and he's gonna start doing like exercises just from familiar movements that he used to do with his training with his brother.
Okay.
So it's just nothing exasperating, nothing crazy looking.
Got some calisthenics over there in the corner.
Yeah.
Coming up next, probably be Lilith. You'll be waking up at this point. You wake up, fire's going, still dark, broken from your meditation. You guys are all there around the campfire.
Lilith will get up and stretch, and Echo, you can see that Lilith is green today with purple hair, and flowers literally appear to be growing out of her hair. Small ones, same color. And then she's just going to start doing a stretch and kind of just morning wake up routine. Not doing much right now. Humming to myself.
Humming to yourself, doing some calisthenics. Not a whole lot's going on. The sun begins to break, and one by one, you guys wake. And you're all sitting around the campfire. Every single one of you. All sitting around the campfire.
Caesar is going to go to the nearest tree, and he's going to basically use the tree as a punching bag until his fists bleed or the party leaves.
I would like for you to roll an acrobatics check.
When oh wait.
Man. 18? I have a -1 in acrobatics.
Ow.
You should not. I made it one.
Oh,
of
wait,
your-
no, that's athletics. That's athletics. My bad.
Yeah, you're not strong. You are very dexterous.
25.
That was every time.
All right. You just start pummeling. You go up and just get in your stance and start just punching, just like it's a heavy bag, and just start smacking this tree and chipping into the bark. You basically just continue it until you've gotten the bark stripped from this side of the tree. As you just continue punching it, hitting it with hooks, jabs, crosses. Just about the only thing you're not able to do is any uppercuts on this thing.
So I want to walk over to him and be like, I too like to familiarize myself with combat movements in the morning. Perhaps I can be of assistance. And I want to like hold my hands up, and I'm going to start moving them in random patterns for him to try to strike them while they're moving.
Lilith, seeing this, feels like this is a group activity, is going to go over and start doing what is essentially Tai Chi.
You see, yeah. Wherever he like looks at Caesar hitting the tree, flies over to Lilith. What did the tree do?
I don't know, but everyone seems to be having a good time doing it.
And then,
Lilith, the
and then
first
he
thing you
notices that
notice
he's green.
when he comes up to you, the first thing you notice from him as you look over to answer that question is that he's absolutely, from his clothes down, his hands, everything, covered in blood.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. I look at Lilith and I see that she's green. And I'm like, you just see him sigh and pull out his wine pouch and just take a big swig. Put the wine pouch away. Look down. Do I notice that I'm covered in blood?
I
I was like,
imagine,
I'm looking at your body now, and it's just like, what's going on with that?
It's not super wet. It's still mostly wet, but a lot of it is crusty.
So
Yeah.
I look back over at where I was sleeping. Is there blood covering the ground where I was sleeping?
Yeah, there is some over there by where you were sleeping.
Is there anything above me that would have dripped blood down?
Roll a perception check. You know what? Roll an investigation check.
All right, and I'm going to guidance that.
Yep.
Would prestidigitation work if I wanted to try to clean him?
You can try.
That is a 17. No, sorry, 16.
Yeah, so there's nothing above you immediately that you see when you go to where you were at, but there is a trail of blood that leads off into the woods.
Dude.
And the area you were sleeping on the ground, you can see the outline of your silhouette, basically.
I look around the campsite. Are all the party there?
Yeah, everybody's there. Bjorn's a little quiet right now. Hilda's there.
I want to try to
Caesar.
use it to clean him. Just
Yeah,
want
go
to
ahead.
look at him like, ugh. Like, just kind of judgy, looking at him, rub my tooth.
Yep. Immediately, it's gone. It's just.
That's so much better, you guys.
So I'm gonna start flying a little bit and following the trail.
What just happened?
Pay
I left
attention.
the.
Pay attention.
No, I got logged out. I literally.
I want to turn around to the group because I see he's following and just, do you guys see what's going on? This is like a lot of blood. It's a large amount. For here, I don't ever see that much blood here at all.
Maybe he slipped inside one of the dwarfs.
I just cleaned him. He looked pretty not injured, so we've got a mystery. I think we should figure it out. And now I am like Scooby-Doo style following this trail.
Is Echo still trying to do the punches thing?
Yeah, I imagine you guys had been doing that for a minute.
Alright, okay.
So is
So
everybody
seeing
following Lilith?
Yeah, when
I go with Lilith.
I see the
Reverie.
and I assume I'll just go up to Bjorn and I'm gonna like lean down so he can mount onto the little
Hey,
shoulder
brother,
mount I
thank
have.
you. I'm not feeling too talkative this morning. So he mounts up. You guys roll out. You follow the trail for a bit. It's not hard to follow. I mean, it's just pools of blood, essentially. You continue, and you get about 200, 250 feet from the camp, following it through the woods. Again, very densely packed woods, but very easy to follow this blood trail. And you find a mangled corpse of a deer, a buck, a very big buck, close to a moose size deer buck. Absolutely shredded.
I
Any
want
signs of what attacked it around?
Roll an investigation check.
— 17.
Hard to tell exactly what attacked it. Whatever did attack it had very sharp teeth, bit deep into its neck, and just tore out its insides.
I want to tell this to the group. That's what I'm thinking, but with a lot of action. So just like, I think like, imagine Boondock saying like when he's describing that gunfight, just like something jumped in with giant teeth and I'm just playing this out.
I think a wolf or a werewolf
You see,
still lurks here.
Let me
You
see
see-
your teeth, Tiny man.
you see, Reverie. Yeah, Reverie's like, he's like measuring his mouth and then measuring the bite marks of the deer. Do the sizes match?
No, not at all.
Where's the...
Does anyone else have blood on them?
Roll a perception check.
I'm guiding myself again. That is a 28.
No. Everybody else is kind of dirty. You're the cleanest of the bunch now that from the prestidigitation, but no.
I want to look at the buck, kind of just like examine its wounds, like, because I'm from the mountains, which would mean like I'm very much like survivalist. So I kind of want to see like if it's like maybe what it got killed by.
Okay. Very similar to what Lilith just said, and she said that it was Something with big sharp teeth.
So I want to circle around. It's in like a small clearing. Is that where we are?
It's not even a clearing. It's just in the woods.
Okay. I want to circle around where the body is, look for footprints, paw prints, anything that would belong to whatever attacked this deer.
Yeah, roll a survival check.
All right, and go ahead and see myself again. Sure. That is 18 plus survival's plus 4, 21. No, sorry, 22. 22.
Yep.
18 plus 4, 22.
You do see that there are certainly some wolf paws here. There are some other tracks that are bigger than wolves, and they're really sloshed into the mud quite a bit. It's hard to tell exactly what they were because they slid around so much. But there were definitely some wolves that came in here, perhaps during the kill, perhaps after. It's hard to say.
Hilda, you think it was werewolves?
I think same thing we attacked. Wolves.
But
werewolf.
why? Don't get me wrong. I love that we're all thinking, but like, why would it bring them back and then eat it over him, and then leave and not, murder us all in our sleep?
Maybe it
That's
just
what I would
captured
do.
it there and drug it away to eat.
We
Alright.
don't need to be figuring this out. We need to be looking and following the tracks to kill
Oh.
whatever that was. And I'm gonna start following the tracks.
Which tracks?
So
Whoops. We need to follow whatever tracks it may have led to this deer.
Yeah, so what? You said there are two types of tracks. Do they both seem to leave in the same direction?
No, they're all over the place.
Do we
Many
see
different
anywhere where they
directions.
do leave? Oh, they okay. I start following the heavy tracks that were like hard to distinguish exactly what they were because I know what the wolves were, so I'm less worried about that.
Okay.
before we leave, would it not be in our best interest to simply return toward the road and head toward the town that we were originally going? The sidetrack, as fun as slaying werewolves has been, was unnecessary to our main goal.
I agree.
No.
I think we should learn more about these werewolves because that was not an easy battle. They do not kill with our weapons as easy as they should. We need to know.
No. Someone played an awesome prank on me and covered me with blood, and I want to go find them and shake their hand. And he starts following the tracks.
Roll the survival check.
This is silly.
All right, I'm going to see myself again. Ooh, that's not good. That would be a whopping 8.
It's hard to say. There's a lot of those muddy tracks, and it's hard to say if any of those are your guys' own tracks from them stepping around. They moved around quite a bit. You can't really tell.
Is there anywhere that a set of tracks leaves the area besides the ones that we just walked in with?
It's hard to tell with that survival check.
Oh, okay. Do I see any sign of like broken branches or anything that would show movement other than the tracks?
Again, with that survival check, it's hard to say. Something, many things definitely mauled this deer and ripped it open, and maybe something other than a wolf did
Can
it
I-
as well.
This is a waste of time. Let's go to town.
I'm gonna go look at the deer and I'm gonna pretend to investigate it, and I'm gonna like make a lot of really interesting sounds, like oh, interesting. And then I'm gonna stand up and be like, I believe I have analyzed this deer carcass sufficiently and know the direction to go. And I'm totally full of shit. I'm lying my ass
I
off.
would like for you to roll a deception check.
-1. 18.
18. I'm gonna roll for Ricky. What's your perception, Ricky? Or what's your insight?
Plus 7. Oh, insight? Plus 7 too.
For whatever reason, Echo's bullshitting you.
You see him squint. Look at Echo. Which way do you think they went?
So I'm gonna point towards the direction of the road that was leading back to the main town we were initially on. I'm gonna be like, "That way."
I do not believe you, sir. And he's gonna fly in the other direction,
Okay.
like the exact opposite of where he's pointing.
Robot Man is pretty cool, so I'm going to aim at Robot Man.
I pull out of my bag.
How fast did you fly?
Shinies.
I'm not like running away, just like my normal fly speed, just like
Yeah. So
sort
like,
of bobbing along.
how
Hey,
far away
Rev,
are you?
have you
right
ever
now?
considered this could be the beginning of a prank war?
You need two sides to have a prank war. I'm trying
Get
to
in
find
here,
the other
though, real
side.
quick. Hear me out. Per the rules of prank war battle, you know that they would have to stay within contact, or else they wouldn't have started the war. That's not how it works. We have to keep an eye out because they're going to come again. That's how we figure it out, and you know it. And I'm just committing all my charisma to this.
I want you to roll a persuasion check. And Ricky, I'll just let you decide whether or not it's.
Mm-hmm.
21.
And
You see him fly up really close to Lilith. You promise they follow prank war rules here?
Why wouldn't they? It's universal. Have you guys had prank wars here?
They don't follow the confetti rules.
I reach in my bag and I'm like, they follow prank wars. Here's 2 shinies for you. Let's go the way Echo says.
So she hands you a rose quartz, a very smooth, very, very shiny rose quartz, and a malachite pebbles that are, they're not exactly oval or circular. They're rather oblong, but they're very shiny.
You see him take the pebbles, look down. Slowly place the pebbles in his pouch. Looks back at Lilith. If you make me forfeit prank war, I'm going to be so angry at you.
If we forfeited prank war, then we have to come back because my honor will be at stake then too.
How
So
many
let's
pouches
go.
do you have, Reverie?
It's the one. I think.
Roll a perception check.
Guidance in myself.
This is
That
on the
is
spot.
Wait, so I can't guidance? Is that what you're saying or no?
Yeah, not this one.
Okay, then that is a 26.
You're missing something from your pouch. A little shiny
Is-
pendant that you had yesterday.
They took my amulet. I looted that off the body fair and square.
Which amulet?
The one that looked like had like a wolf or something.
They had a wolf in it.
No, I
was
was
it
asking
magical?
Rev,
It was not magic.
asking him his character.
Oh,
What
Yeah,
amulet?
my shiny with the wolf head.
Oh.
They stole it. We should get it back.
Anyone else
will.
missing anything?
during
Can
the
I-
prank war.
Can I check my my stuff?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do I have anything of use for me?
Do I need to roll for it, or am I just checking?
Yeah, go ahead and roll for it. You know what? Instead of everybody rolling for this,
Yeah, just do one group roll.
Yeah, have Uncle Charles do it, please.
No, he does it. That's the whole point.
no. Looking through your bag, it doesn't seem. I mean, you just quickly check through, but no, it doesn't look like anything's missing.
Well,
Hilda, you seem to have something extra in your bag. How do you want to play this?
what is it, Adam?
Yeah.
Knowing what it is without having to say anything, I'm going to keep it in there for now.
I still think they'll follow the rules of prank war. I feel like not knowing is gonna be half the fun, and worst case, we'll come back. Take a picture. You guys wouldn't know what that's here, but it's pretty cool. It's from the Fae. And then I'm gonna do this. We know where we're at.
Reverie spins around a few times, looking around, trying to make sure that he has this spot memorized. He's like, "I'll be back," and then he goes and sits on Lilith's shoulder.
All right.
We're gonna
How
get
old is Reverie? How old is Reverie?
time's a construct.
How does he look?
Okay.
How old does he
That's how I say that's my answer to your question.
look? I like it.
Uh,
So, moving out west then, back towards the road. It's still early morning. Sun's just cresting. Decent light outside for you guys. Moving towards the trail. Bjorn just happy to be quiet.
He's
Hey,
just riding on
brother.
Echo.
Thank you for the ride. Crazy stuff going on back there.
Yes, it is the first time we have fought wolves, and you are quite fortunate they installed this riding handle.
I am very fortunate. Thank you. Thank you for the ride.
Of course, brother. Also, I lied about the tracks. I have no idea where they're going, but I'm bringing us back towards the individual that took our gear.
I like where your head is at, brother.
We are aware. Because I know Reverie well enough, I'm going to make that assumption. I was like, we're aware we're heading to the road.
Getting to the road, you make it there. Which direction are you guys going?
You said that it was north to the split, and then
West to the split and then south.
yeah,
Go
correct.
south with the T, yeah.
Yes. So
Right. That's
when
where
we
you
make
headed.
it to the road, I'm gonna be like, unfortunately, I have lost the tracks, but fortunately, we have found the road. And then I'm just gonna start walking down the road.
Oh, I guess we better go this way then. Everybody following?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
And I'm keeping my eyes peeled for these crossable participants in a prank war.
All right. I
are
would-
we? We're on the road. It's out of the trees, correct? Or is the road going through the woods?
The woods are basically up to the road, but not exactly. Maybe 5-10 feet from it. So it's mostly clear.
Okay, then. So can I go up to my normal 30 to 50 feet, or can I not see through the canopy? I'm sorry, something came on while you were talking.
No, you're fine. You can go up 50 feet.
Okay, yeah. So I'm actually I'll say 40. I'm circling at 40 feet. Just looking out for like movement, anything that says that something's gonna start coming towards the party.
Well, your flying speed is about the same as them, so basically you're just a big kite up top. You're not circling so much
Yeah.
as just being above them.
Yeah, correct.
You got it.
And if you could roll my perception for that, it's +7,
You
and
got
guidance if you want to allow it.
it. Oh,
Woo!
The
Ooh.
highest possible roll you could have got.
it's gonna be a
What is
different
that?
week this week, boys. Gonna be a different
It
week.
It makes me terrified for a fight. Was that 31?
31.
So
Close.
the idea that somebody's pulling a prank war on you and you don't even know who they are has given you this heightened sense of alertness. And you look around and you know that you can see colors. What you do see up ahead is some spider webs on the east side of the road. And this is miles ahead, but you just see the glint coming off the spider web on the side of the road. Oh yeah, spider web's coming.
Adam.
I'm sorry. How far away did you say they are?
Miles, like 2 miles ahead.
But in the direction we're traveling.
Yes, on the east side of the road. So you guys are headed south now.
Okay.
These are on the east side.
Do I see the T intersection at all?
Yeah, well, it's past the T intersection, south.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna fly down and tell Lilith, hey, eight-legged party friends, that way.
Do you guys like giant spiders?
Look,
Are they actually giant spiders, or are they just big because he is small?
How big are the webs? Where are they at?
Up ahead, so he would have known this information. So they're up ahead after the T junction, again on the east side of the road, and they are pretty big. They're about 8 feet tall into the trees.
I'm guessing giant spiders, for sure.
Interesting. I
What
have
do you
never
want to do with
fought
that?
a giant spider. I would like to avoid it.
Yeah, I think my brother has the right idea here.
I agree.
do
not
I
wish
see
to
anything
fight
shiny
spiders.
caught in the webs?
No, you do not.
Like, is there anything shiny in the webs
No,
dangling?
other than the webs itself that are
How
glinting the
would
sun
we
off
not
of them.
get seen by them? Because I feel like just nature of spiders, they're gonna sit in there and then they're gonna be like, ah, and then not jump. Just that.
Well,
Right.
don't you think about it? Because spider webs are very, very shiny. And if you make these webs into a ball, then you can have the shiniest blade thing. Plus, fighting a giant spider would be pretty cool. So I'm
Don't
saying...
you have to touch the spider web to get them to come out?
What?
I am not well versed in the art of arachnid, but if it is on this side of the road, then I say we use the tree line on the opposite side of the road.
I think that's a good idea.
Their webs do make really cool belts.
Not interested.
I do not wear traditional clothing.
I don't wear clothing, but I do like killing spiders.
Adam, as we're walking, I
Yes.
kind of want to myself, feel around my teeth and my mouth. Do I feel anything strange in there?
You do not.
You feel teeth.
Taste anything in there that I shouldn't?
Roll a perception check for that one.
Not very good. 13.
Not really. Got morning breath still. Haven't brushed your teeth.
Okay.
Ugh.
Continue on our way.
As we're walking up, I want to keep an eye out for any traps on the side of the road we are going to walk on, because I still don't trust that spiders aren't going to jump on it.
Perception check.
Keep forgetting if I have any.
I'm sitting on her shoulder, so I'll guidance her for this. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm up above. Never mind. I'm still in the air. I take it back. I went back after talking to the party.
15. So, as you guys round or get to the T, and you start heading south, up ahead you can see what he's talking about. You can see the glint in the webs on the side of the road. But the spider webs are really built into the tall trees. There's nothing that you can see on the road. And the trees are a good 10 to 15 feet off of the road where the first spider webs start. And there's some very thick area with a lot of webs, but there's nothing on the road that you can see.
Okay.
I fly back down to Lilith. So spiderweb belt.
I'm good right now. Can't even wear a belt with this. I'm pointing to my sorcerer's robes.
I just keep walking through quietly.
Let me know if you see any spiders, though.
Right?
And
You
I am trying to walk quietly and quickly.
I fly back up to my 40 feet.
Yeah, you got it.
Caesar's gonna be like,
He's not gonna be mad, but he's gonna be very like visually disappointed in the party.
How does that look?
Really wanted to kill the spiders.
You guys continue to walk past the spider webs. No incident.
Do I see any tiny spiders, like that have come towards the bigger webs,
Roll a perception
like on the
check.
ground? It's a natural 20.
Yeah, there's
Fucking dumb.
there's a few. Not there in that direction, but there's a few. You're looking around at a couple trees over. You do see a couple little webs with a few spiders just dangling in them. One of them's like a pretty large one, about the size of your thumb.
Can I grab it and bring it over to Zizar and be like, kill the spider?
I grab it and I'm gonna like shrivel it. I'm gonna be like, well, it's killing things is not fun if there's no challenge. It's like,
Can I throw it
why
into
would
his like into his clothes or garments?
He doesn't have any
grabbing,
garment.
I'm grabbing and shriveling it while I'm saying it. It's like playing sports, but you're always winning. Like, it's not fun if you're the best one.
You desire challenge. Noted for future engagements. No.
You are a very nice robot.
My name is Echo. I am a person. And then I'm going to speed my walk up a little bit.
So wait, I'm a little bit confused. Everybody keeps saying that Caesar doesn't have. Is he like legitimately just walking around with a loincloth or something? You keep saying he doesn't have clothes.
Yeah, I mean, he basically, it's a leather capris and a like harness over his chest.
He's big.
Okay.
Yeah, he's basically just got just very like baggy like pants. Kind of looks like he just like got it like a pelt of some sort, and he didn't know how to make a pelt, so he just like put it over his body with a belt over it.
The rest of the walk into town is relatively uneventful. You guys are continuing to look around, looking out for any other dangers that could potentially be coming, but you get to a sign that says Scenaria, 2 miles. And continue to walk. Start to see some traffic of people coming
From
out
my
of
height-
Scenarian. Yep.
Oh. I would say from my height, what do I see of the city? But that's what you just started to describe. So
Yep.
you're good.
The city is not much of a city. It's probably more of a large town. Dwarven architecture on everything. Lots of hay roofs and stone buildings. Very sharp at the top, probably to deflect the snow. There's a nice stone bridge as you approach that you'll be going over to go across this river. River's not that wide, but it's flowing pretty well. Coming down off the hills. The stones of the bridge, every column has some sort of a small statue depicting some dwarvish hero or figure as you're passing over into the Cenarian district.
Is there a wall?
There's no wall.
Whoa.
Okay. I mean, am I attracting any attention being 40 feet in the air, just flying around?
A little bit. A lot of people are looking up at you, but nobody's pointing crossbows at you.
Happy that no one's pointing crossbows at me. I just like exuberantly wave. Just hi.
When you get those waves, you see a lot of sneers and raised eyebrows and shivering,
As we're
quivering
going
beards.
through, what do the people who live here look like?
Dwarves. They look like dwarves.
They're all dwarves.
Yeah.
Is there any like extra handsome dwarves compared to the other dwarves?
Are we all able to see the dwarves yet?
That I pass by as I'm
Yes.
walking?
Yeah, yeah.
I
As
asked Echo. Echo, And Bjorn, I know you said something about dwarves and Bjorn's father. Are you guys good to go in here?
It could present as a problem if they are connected to his father. We are wanted men from the Dwarven Empire. Perhaps there is a cloak or something that I may disguise myself with, as I am slightly more recognizable than others.
Let me see.
I'm going to take my I'll let you see. Let me know if you think this is possible. Can I take my bedroll out, like the clothing and stuff for my bedroll, and like make a little makeshift, like just robe to go over my head and
Yeah, absolutely.
cover most of me?
It's not going to cover most of you. It will cover a good chunk of you, but from your knees down. You're a very large individual as it is, so even this bed roll is just going to cover your hood or cover your face and drop down to about right here. But you're
Would
a
my
you're a big
blanket?
dude.
Oh, my blanket wouldn't even work, so never mind.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna do that, and just give like a thumbs up to Bjorn and be like,
Hey, brother, I'm not seeing a whole lot of people that I recognize. I think we might be in the clear here, but keep an eye out.
I will, and I will keep the disguise just to be safe.
Can't even recognize you. I'm gonna walk from here.
Once we get to the city, I'm gonna be like, I'm going to take. I have a shopping list to get to, and I'm going to go. And I'm going to go and try and get myself in an unlicensed fight.
Oh shit, Adam.
Yep.
Completely nothing to do with anything I'm supposed to tell you. So my frost rune and my fire rune are actually engraved on each of my shoulders today. One on each shoulder.
You
That's
got
cool.
it. Currently covered that.
Yes, currently covered with the thing.
Mike,
So, as you guys get into the city, looking around, again, it's not a super splendid city, but right at the center of this is a massive building. It looks to you, Echo and Bjorn, it looks like a foundry of some sort. It's massive. It's a large square structure of stone with lots of different chimneys popping up in different sides of it. It really
Oh,
looks
Mike.
like maybe one of the largest foundries you've ever seen. Moving more through the city, lots of taverns are open, lots of lively songs. The songs die down a little as you guys walk by. They're seems to be a little suspicious of outsiders, but not completely hostile to them. Perhaps the dwarf in your party seems to be keeping things a little bit calmer than maybe they would be otherwise. You see that they do have some docks in this city, but not that many, even though it's right here on the coast. Many of the docks are actually on the river, and you notice the road is very, very strongly paved, and as you came across that bridge, it was a tremendously well-made bridge coming across the river, and you're starting to think that most of the industry of this town is not so much on the coast, but comes from inland somewhere. Whatever it is that they're doing.
Do I see any guards or anybody that looks like they're in charge of the guards?
There's lots of guards around. Yep. They're not. They're like they look like beat cops in a suburb. You know, like they're not overly
Chilling.
concerned about much.
No. All right. So I look towards Bjorn. I'm like, brother, I do not believe that I should inquire anything while we are in town. Perhaps you could ask the fellow dwarves who appear to not recognize you if they saw the traveling merchant.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, brother. I'm feeling not too excited about talking to people right now. Like maybe I should keep my mouth shut for a while, but I'll do it anyway for you. So
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Bjorn walks up to some of the
Just that
guards,
one question.
has a couple little questions about the traveling salesman, comes back to you guys. Yeah, they said we could find him at this tavern up the road here. The name is kind of strange. I don't really understand the name. Anyway, follow me. We're gonna go up here to the Salty Hammer. I guess it kind of makes a little bit more sense now, huh? Coastal city with lots of dwarves. Salty Hammer. Okay.
Adam, I have a DM question for you.
Yep.
So when I'm sitting on Lilith's shoulders, and I have like my wings wrapped around her as sort of a makeshift harness, can I ritually cast?
No.
Okay.
So, hang on. I think we
30
Richard
minutes.
said he'd be on in 30. Yeah, he'll be in around 6.
Gross.
Or 9, I guess, your time.
Moving towards the Salty Hammer, you guys get out to the front of this. It looks pretty salty. It's right there on the coast. It's a pretty large tavern. It's 2 stories, but it's very, very wide. Again, made out of that same sort of architecture with the really pointed roofs, hay on the top, lots of stone,
Ooh.
some bent wood pikes, making the bend towards the top.
Am I still there, or did I already?
Sorry, what were you gonna do? You're looking for a fight.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation check.
All right.
On the way in, Lilith has just been humming a song about the salty hammer. Just it's basically Green Acres.
What does it sound like?
The salty hammer is the place to be. For it's just doing that the whole time. I got a whole thing going to myself.
18.
You run into a couple of dwarves. Think like they kind of understand what you're talking about. Oh, lad, we haven't done that around here in a long time. Besides, lad as large as you, you'd be lucky to find a competitor.
Right.
So when we get to the Salty Hammer, instead of going inside, I want to fly up and sit on the roof. And right before I leave, I tell them, hey, I'm going to go look around, find some shiny. And I'm going to go sit on the roof and ritually cast Detect Magic.
And I'm gonna go back to the Salty Hammer, and then I'm also gonna log off because I gotta hang out with my grandma.
All right, buddy. I love you, man. Thanks for coming.
You guys
There,
later.
dude.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Yeah, I'm really looking for the salesman or the traveling merchant.
You got it.
Yeah, I wanted to walk into the bar and then just look around to see who's in there.
A lot of people are in there. So mostly dwarves. See a couple of gnomes, an elf here or there. In this open air tavern at the bottom, a lot of people sitting around. There's got to be like 50 different people in here. Nobody seems to pay you guys too much mind as you walk in.
Does any of them seem like they have like a... What would be the best way to describe this? Like they don't look like a regular townsperson. They look like they've been traveling or have a traveling cloak or a bag or anything like that.
Most of the people here look like that. They look either like sailors or travelers. A couple of people look like they've been mining something or another. But everybody here is kind of dirty or blue-collar worker vibe to
Gotcha.
them.
So I'm just going to go up to the bartender then.
What can I help you with, lad? And this guy is a very, very old dwarf. There's a little streak of red left in his beard, but not much.
I'm going to look at him and be like, yes, I am trying to find a traveling salesman that comes here from time to time.
Why, yeah, you're looking for Milo then, huh?
Yes, he acquired some items recently. I am interested in what he did with them.
What do you mean, you're interested in what he did with them?
I mean that he took some items. I assume he brought them here with the intention to sell them. I'm curious if he has already sold them.
You're looking to buy them?
Potentially.
I don't really know that I like the way you're talking here. I don't like any violence in my establishment.
I want to just lean in with my most charming smiles, like, we would never offer violence. I'm still humming to myself.
I won't
Wanna
be
come
hearing
up.
nothing like that from an elf.
I step in and I say,
Still just humming to myself.
we're just wanted to see if we could purchase the items or negotiate with him over the items.
Alright, wait here. Order a drink. Be good for you. Show me that you're not here to cause any trouble. I'll take payment up front.
I'll order a drink, and
I'll order one.
I'm gonna pretend to drink it and just let it run down everything.
So he'll take payment. It's 1 gold from somebody for all of your drinks.
I got it.
He's like, oh, wait here. I'll see if Milo wants to speak with you.
While he's walking away, the rest of the prime be like, I do not actually require drinking things. And I'm gonna like slide it towards one of them.
Lilith will take it.
So he doesn't go very far. He just goes to the other corner, peeks down.
Can we see who he's speaking to?
Yeah, he's talking to a gnome
Okay.
over in the corner. And points back towards your direction, sort of shrugs his shoulders. Eventually, this gnome stands up. He scoots out of the booth, flops down, and ends up getting shorter as he's standing up versus when he was sitting down. Comes up to you guys right around 3 feet tall. Not very tall at all. Comes looking up to you, looks at the size of you guys, and just goes and grabs a bar stool, ladders his way up into it, sits down next to it. He's like, so, you wanted to speak with Milo about some items. I've got the best deals.
It is about some items that you got from a dwarf village not too far from here that they got off of a cart.
Heh. You'll have to be more specific. We're kind of in the dwarf area. I don't know where people get all of the things that they buy or sell to me.
Would be a shield.
You're looking to buy a shield?
Longsword.
Sure.
Echo, you probably know yours better than me.
Right, so you want to buy a shield and a longsword. I don't feel like
It was
that.
many items. There was...
I have lots of items for sale. What would you like to buy?
Well, the concern is not inherently buying the items, it's that they were originally stolen from us.
Are you calling me a thief?
No, but the individual who sold them to you was a thief.
Then take
We
it up
were
with him.
taken, and he sent us to you because you have the items.
And you bought them from him for 40 gold.
I don't know where I get my merchandise, but I'm certainly not going to ask everybody for the stories of their things. If you're looking for a handout for something, you've come to the wrong place.
I do not require a handout. I
Good.
stick both
Then
mine
I do
out.
not
I'm like,
require this conversation. If you'd like to buy something, let me know. Otherwise, goodbye. Hearing nothing, he
So-
finishes his drink, jumps down off the stool, goes back over to his bar stool, or over to his booth.
I have never really been a fan of gnomes.
Your detect magic goes off, Reverie.
So what I want to do is I want to fly all over the town, stopping every. How long does detect magic last? 10 minutes, right?
10 minutes.
So I want to fly and cover as much as I can in that 10 minute, and then then ritually cast detect magic, pause on a roof, cast again, and I want to cover the whole town. And I'm just looking for magic stuff.
Okay,
And I don't know how long it'll take because I don't know how big the town is.
we'll get back to that then.
Yep. Yes, I just want to let you know so you can think about what I'm finding.
Nothing is the answer. But moving on. You guys are in the tavern. The gnome has just jumped down. What are you doing? Well, I don't think he's going to give us anything back. Is there anything we need that's so important that we need to buy it from him?
No.
No.
I was more hoping that he would have more information for why we were taken and why the items were procured. I thought he might be more helpful, but gnomes appear not very helpful.
That's gnomes for you. Ever the merchant.
Oh, I thought you guys wanted. Well, didn't Richard want something? His axe or whatever?
No, he has a.
I can't remember anything that I wanted. Must not have been that important.
Is the barkeep by us?
He is.
I wanted to ask him if there's any kind of a library or place like that here in this town.
A library? Here? No, there might be a few crazy gnomes or crazy dwarves even, that decided to keep a few things, but no. Library you're not gonna find here. If you do want a library, yeah, the largest here in country will be down in Mindenzana.
Mindenzana.
Aye, the capital.
How far is that from here?
Are you walking or are you riding?
Walking. Or can you get there by boat?
You can get a lot of the way by boat. Aye. As long as you have somebody strong to row you. If you're gonna take a boat, be a day on the boat, a day by foot.
So it's a day either way.
Aye.
Aye.
2 days.
Okay.
2 days to get there. But if you're walking the whole way, walking the whole way, it'll take you 4 days at least. Riding,
Okay.
maybe 3. All right, I'll go then. And
Thank
as
you.
he steps away, hey brother, we don't want to go to Mindenzana.
I have no desire. Do I see Reverie, or is he? He's gone, right?
Yeah, he's just
He's
out.
up on top of the building.
He's flying around.
Nope, he's flying around the city.
So I want to look towards Lilith and be like, I overheard you talking to Reverie about a prank war.
Oh yes, very very fun prank wars. You never done that? You have a brother. You've done prank wars.
I am familiar with pranks. Would you be interested in pranking the gnome? I believe his demeanor has started the war.
Lilith is immediately intrigued and gives you conspiracy hands. Tell me more.
So I tell her, give me just 1 second. I want to step outside and look. We're still kind of near trees, or the trees completely break up as we get closer.
Yeah, they're
to the
broken
town?
up, yeah.
Okay. Is there any of the shops that look like General Potion or Regent shops or anything that has like stuff like that?
Sure, yeah.
Before I leave, I tell Lilith, just watch the gnome.
Yeah, so where you're going
I
is
am now watching.
Aether's Alchemy Emporium.
And so I want to walk over there and walk in there, and I'm going to take my hood off because it doesn't appear that anybody recognizes me. So I'm going to take that off and like roll it back into my pack and stuff.
Yep, so walking into this store, you see beautiful stained glass out front and very, very colorful, particularly for a dwarvish area. All the colors are very fall, so lots of reds and oranges and really dark browns and things like that. But there's tons of color around the place in the window and in the reagents and the different decorations and things that are hanging, and even in the sign they painted a really interesting color.
So I want to walk in and just immediately go up to the counter.
Yes. It's a very old dwarvish lady that greets you.
Hello, ma'am. I am Echo.
Echo, yes. What do you need?
So I am looking for reagents or ingredients that you might have on hand that if you were to ingest would cause severe abdominal pain and or projectile vomiting.
Are you looking for poison? We don't sell poisons here.
No poison, just a natural reaction to the ingredient. No harm done after said side effect.
Why on earth do you want this?
As you can tell, I am a warforged. We do not eat or obtain sustenance the same way that other living forms do. I believe that by ingesting something that is potentially volatile to a normal organism, I might simulate eating. And I'm totally lying.
Yep,
my ass
I
off.
need you to roll a deception check.
No, -1. 16? Such a weird thing to have advantage on a roll with a -1. Rune Knights are weird.
I suppose you could have some verdant vomit root.
Ah, it is in the title.
Don't play any tricks with me.
I have no intention to trick you. And I ask her, how much gold would that be?
She brings you a little bag of this dried, mostly crushed and powdered substance, and you can still see inside it. Looks a lot like turmeric, but not as bright yellow.
1 gold for the bag.
I give her 1 gold, and I take the bag.
You got it.
And then I
Thank
want
you,
to-
Echo. Come again if it's working for you. I do hope that it works lovely.
Thank you. And then I want to go return to the bar and walk right immediately back up to Lilith.
Yep.
And I'm going to bring it out, kind of keeping it shielded, and be like, Lilith, I have acquired vomit root. I am going to grind it up, put it in a drink that we will say is from a gnomish woman in here, and give it to him. He then will experience severe abdominal pain and possible projectile vomiting, which is in line with how little gnomes can handle their alcohol.
I love this. I love this plan. Am I going to give him the drink?
Yes, I do not believe that he would want it from me. You are more believable, and you can tell him that's a female. And I just point to like a random female in the establishment. Told you to give it to him because she thinks he is, quote, attractive.
I want to look around. Do I see any gnome females? That would
No
be
gnome
an eyesight
females.
table.
No
Or
females.
a dwarf.
2 elves and 3 dwarf females that you see in here.
Do I hear this conversation?
I imagine so. You're there.
Okay, the dwarf females that I see, is any of them sitting alone?
Only one.
What's she wearing?
She's wearing a butcher's outfit. There's blood on the bottom of it. And she's still wearing her apron. Her gloves are tucked into a pocket on the side of her dress.
Is her hair up? Is it braided?
Yeah, it's her hair is up. It's very red. It's up and braided, very, very long. Ponytail down the back, and then looped up into a bun.
I'm going to wait till I get this straight. I guess I'm like, you get that ready. I'm going to pick a person. And then I want to wander by her and then stop at her table or wherever she's sitting and be like, I absolutely love your hair. Lilith, nice to meet you. And then keep going.
Thank you, dear.
And I'm gonna order the nicest drink that the bartender has.
It ends up being cider with lemon juice squeezed into it.
Is it? How much is it?
Yeah, it's not much. It's a trivial amount from the gold you've already paid.
Gotcha. So I get that, and I want to take all of the turmeric or all of the mushrooms, the whole bag, and just in my hand, just crumble them into as fine a dust as I can, let it fall in, and then just like mix it around.
Yeah. Easy enough. As you're doing this, you catch the eye of a couple people that are kind of looking over at you like, this is weird. Must be a robot thing.
When I see that they're kind of looking at me, I will pretend to take a sip again, like, refreshments. And then I'll go give it to Lilith, and I'm going to do my best to simulate a wink. Which is effectively just me turning my head like this and blinking.
You got it. Lilith, you now have this cup. It's the nicest clay cup in here. It's very smooth, not like the one that the beers came in for you guys. It's a really nice looking cup.
So I want to walk up to Milo, and I'm gonna I want to point to the dwarf that I had previously run into him and like, this is from that beautiful gal over there. And if she looks up at any point, I want to like smile, because at least we have some familiarity to help with this lie, and then slide it in front of him.
She does look up. She sees you and kind of nods in appreciation. And the whole time he's looking, I want you to roll a deception check with advantage.
Thank God for that advantage. Dirty 20.
Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate the gesture from the lovely lady. Thank you.
And I'm gonna walk back over to Echo and sit down.
He's drinking it and looking over, waiting for her to sort of make eye contact and not quite making eye contact. Taking a couple sips, looking, getting a little annoyed, and then just yaks right onto the table. He's like, yaks even some more, and then yaks a third time before he gets up and just runs outside.
As he's running outside, I would like to point, and as loud as possible, just ha 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 ha. Gnomes cannot handle alcohol.
Lilith is now hysterically laughing.
Hey guys,
Pointless.
that was a pretty good one. That was a pretty good one. He deserves those things for the things that we've done to him now. Yeah.
I believe the scales have been balanced for his unsavory business practices.
We should probably leave though, right?
Yeah, I see no point in staying here.
Okay.
And I mean, what time of day is it?
It's early evening, about 5 o'clock.
Okay, I want to go. Do they have a town board or anything?
They do. It's actually right outside of this right outside of the establishment here. But as you walk out, you see a couple of gnomes, very, very rough looking. Hands are just mangled and scarred and black with all kinds of dust. They're looking around and they look over to you and they see you coming out. They're like,
Oh, I think we found him. Hey, big guy. Would you like some work?
What type of work?
Clearing out a mine from some unsavory things that might be down there.
Do these things harm innocent miners?
Tomato in the fridge.
Uh,
Onion, tomato are in the fridge.
I mean, who among us is completely innocent? But yeah.
And there would be gold for such services?
Or iron. Copper,
Luckily for you,
some zinc.
me and my brother, who is still inside the establishment, are quite proficient sellswords, has been commonly used.
Yes. No. Maybe.
The answer was obviously a yes.
All right. Where are you staying? I'll get the foreman to come give you the details.
We are staying at another tavern that is not this one, and I want to look for just a different nearby tavern or somewhere that looks like it would house people.
yeah.
Oh, you're not staying at the Salty Hammer. So you're staying at the Drunken Griffin then?
Absolutely. The Drunken Griffin is the establishment I was referring to.
All right. The foreman will be down soon to see you. He'll talk the details with you.
May I ask you a question?
You just did.
Correct. Allow me to ask you another one. You said that you had believed you had found me, as in you were specifically looking for me. How did you know about me?
It's not you so much we was looking for, it's your size.
Ah. That was all of my questions. And then I turn around and I want to go let the party get my brother and get the people I've been traveling with. And be like, right, I was stepping outside and two smaller individuals who I believe are also gnomes.
Dwarves.
Unfortunate. Dwarves. Okay, now I'm fine with it. There were two dwarves who came up to me and requested services helping clear a mine from things that are harming miners. We may need resources. I knew me and my brother have sold our skills for coin before, but the 40 gold we retrieved from the items is not going to be enough to sustain us for a very long time.
How much do they pay?
The foreman will come get us at the Drunken Griffin, as we should not stay in this establishment, and give us the details of what exactly is going on. I believe they intend to pay us with rare minerals and items from the mine.
I'm willing to hear him out.
Let's go over to the other place then.
Yes, the Drunken Griffin. And I'm gonna walk out and start heading towards the Drunken Griffin.
Griffin, you got it. Guys, I really need to do a intermission right now because I have to pee so badly.
I also have to use the restroom, so I'm fine with this.
All right, cool. So we're gonna take a quick intermission. No more than 15 minutes, and we'll be right back. All right, and welcome back, everyone. So, Echo has just jumped back into the tavern and told you guys about the proposition that you received. What are you doing?
Heading to the Griffin.
The drunken Griffin.
Hey, Echo.
I feel like I've been here this whole time. The Griffin's a great idea.
I want to walk up to Echo. Hey, Echo, what are you going to do with the rest of that throw-up powder?
He put it all in his drink.
I did not measure the powder. It, in its entirety, went into the beverage that the individual drank.
You see Lilith's eyes get really wide, and now I am crying laughing. keep going.
Can I go see, before we leave, he got up vomiting in a hurry. Can I go see if he left anything?
Yeah. So over at his
out.
table right now, the barkeep is trying to clean off the table, just like, just wiping the vomit off the side of it into a bucket.
Do I see anything, like a bag, papers,
There is a little
anything
bag
that
there,
you-
yeah.
Okay. Can I pretend to help sweep the vomit and try to take the bag?
Yeah, roll a sleight of hand check.
Also, weirdly enough, I have advantage on this. I rolled the same roll either way, 16.
Yeah. You pick up the bag and sort of stuff it into your pouch. Mock, still somewhat help him move the vomit off. And yeah, you've got the bag in your satchel now.
All right. And then I'm just going to the barkeep, be like, perhaps you should ban gnomes from this establishment. His intestines chose violence. And then I'm going to walk away.
I tried that once before. It didn't go so well for me.
There's,
What happened with the gnomes? What happened to the establishment?
Let's just say I had to close down and open up a new establishment under a different name with a promise that I would keep gnomes on the guest list.
Ah, yeah, those gnomish civil rights laws. They're a motherfucker, yeah?
Well, gnomes, they hold the coin. So they hold the keys to a lot of things.
Yeah, they do. Got to be wary of them gnomes. I mean, I love gnomes. Everybody, publicly, I love the gnomes. This party, this guy right here, loves them. Super duper.
All right, you guys get outside.
I wanted to
I'm
look at the
still
board
listening.
too
I'm
while
gonna
we're
be AFK
outside.
for like 2 seconds.
Once we get outside, I want to look through the bag.
Yeah, so in there is mostly just a ledger book. It's a huge ledger book that's, I mean, it's massive. It's probably almost his arm's width when he opens this thing up. And it's just all of the things that he has bought and sold, meticulously kept. And the prices he bought them for, the things that he sold them for, the profit that he made.
Do
And
I
it's-
see any of the transactions in the ledger that look like out of place or suspicious, like way too much, or like just anything that's an outlier of like, why would this be for this price?
Yeah, roll an intelligence check.
2.
The prices here, I don't know. There's so many of them. You're just staring at it. You're trying to compute it, and eventually your brain is just like, does not compute. It must be legit.
Okay. Looking around, how many tall buildings are there? Like the tallest one?
The tallest one is the forge, the foundry rather, in the middle of the city. It's about approximately 3 stories tall. But that's the tallest one around.
I tell them I will meet you at the Drunken Griffin, but as a dwarf And I look towards my brother and like kind of chuckle.
Yeah.
I have an appreciation for the forge, as I am a believer in Moradin. And I just want to walk towards the thing. When I get close enough, I want to throw the book onto the top of the roof.
Yeah, you got it. So before you toss that onto the roof, you also find a little pouch in there that has 13 gold in it.
Sweet. 13.
And then just sling it. No problem. On top of the roof.
And then I want to go into the forge and look for what looks like the most senior or most experienced like forge master.
Yeah. So you walk inside, and the thing you notice about this, it's essentially an ancient warehouse. It is a massive, massive foundry. There are huge crucibles of metal being smelted and poured in random formations and all running along different areas. There's people blacksmithing all around you, hammering these things out. They're building lots of different things from lots of different types of metal. It's really impressive going in there. And it's very, very hot. It's the first thing you notice. All the dwarves around you, they all have these thick leather aprons on, thick leather gloves, and these interesting goggles that they've wrapped around their eyes. Looking at one, you see he looks to be he's wearing the same gear, but he's holding a ledger book in his hand and looking around. He appears to be the guy in charge.
I want to walk up to him.
Yeah.
And be like, hello there.
It's really loud in here, so he's yelling back at you. Aye, what do you need?
Yes, as you can see, I am a warforged. Have you, or are you familiar with the paragon of the dwarven capital known as Thorfinn? He wore armor like this.
So he waves you off. I can't hear you. Brings you in, takes you right out the front. There's no other rooms in this thing. It's just a big, open, basically warehouse. But he takes you out front. You repeat the question. I've heard legend.
This armor was crafted from his armor. However, I was recently made aware that it is incomplete and it is missing its helmet. I don't suppose in the legends or stories you had heard of Thorfinn that it ever made mention of what happened to his armor or helmet after he was laid to rest.
What happened to it? No. But I've heard a great many tale of what it looked like. And, if what you say is true about this armor, you're not just, jerking my beard around. That helmet was a thing of beauty.
Could you tell me how it was described to you?
Aye. It was the most remarkable piece of craftsmanship that you'd have ever seen. From dwarven hands, or any hands. Dwarven, obviously, being the most accurate, the most precise, the most artistic of any forging you've ever seen. It was gleaming, wreathed metal. Patina looked like platinum, but it shined so bright. Craftsmanship of it was just phenomenal. Intricate patterns all the way down the safeguard of the face. Cut ever so slightly, indented into it, that you'd never known that it had taken anything away from the strength of the metal. The edges adorned with subtle engravings, intricate patterns and symbols all throughout it. Apparently they lost their clarity a bit over time, I imagine. Great warriors such as that. An impressive piece. The helmet's visor as it came down. designed for optimum protection, while still maintaining maximum visibility because of where it sat on your face. Just an incredible piece of craftsmanship, I've heard.
I truly appreciate you speaking to me. That armor and its essence was used to create me, my father, and I'm going to use Floki. My father, Floki, a great artificer, told me so, as Thorfinn was his son.
Right. Anything else you need, lad? I've got a lot of work.
Negative. That was all I required. And I give him one of those good morrow handshakes and just be like, Morden with your crafts.
Aye. Aye.
And then I'll head towards the griffin.
You got it.
On the way to the griffin, I wanted to look at the board.
Yeah. So, right outside the Salty Hammer, you see a couple things on there. So the cursed mines of Darkholm, talking about the cave-ins and the curses that plague it. You imagine that's probably what they were asking you about. Then there's help with the mysterious abduction at Raven's Hollow and the lost relic of Everwood. All of these
Okay.
are just little items that people are asking for help with.
Are there little attachments you can take for them or no?
Just tells you a name.
Just tells you a name?
Yep.
Okay. What's the name on the Lost Relic one?
It is.
Do they have an address?
No, it's just known as the local archaeologist. So it just says
The
the local archaeologist.
Okay.
Hey, Adam, for what it's worth, as I'm flying around, wherever possible, I'm trying to fly past windows too. Because I know, like, 1 foot thick of stone can block the detect magic, so I'm going past the windows wherever possible.
Yeah, you got it. So in your search, this is the third time now that you've sat down on a roof and you're flying around and you're just getting incredibly frustrated. You're flying past this massive foundry. You're like, yes, something shiny is going to be in here. And as you fly by, your disappointment, like you at first you see something glowing. You're like, yes. And you look down and it's just glowing molten metal. Damn it. And flying more around that. And then eventually you do see Echo walking towards the rest of your party. And you can decide whether or not you're going to continue to search the town.
How much of the town have I covered at this point?
About 2/3 of it.
The part that's left, does it look like it's the rich part of town or the poor part of town?
Most of it looks like the poor part of town. Like the entire town looks like the poor part of town, except for the foundry. It's about the only impressive structure in this entire place.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna follow Echo back to the party then.
You got it. So
Can
as you're
we-
heading
there-
back to the party, then
Oh.
Echo, you see. What does he see?
Like a dejected looking, like a mixture of dejection and boredom. Like he's just kind of looking around for something. You can tell he's searching for stuff. He's just like, nope, this place sucks. No.
Reverie, you missed the prank war. And then I just keep walking.
He's just like following dejectedly, so like bobbing in the air.
So the lost relic of Everwood, the guy that's listed in there, it says your local archaeologist. His name is Respond General.
Charles, do you have a pen and paper?
Yes.
Could I use it, please?
I'm totally at a loss for this round, guys. I'm gonna rely on you heavily, more heavily than I usually do.
Or if you can just write that down, local
I'm not right.
archaeologist.
Nope. No. Hell no.
Hell no. but a hell
So-
no.
So yeah, when we catch back up to the party, Reverie just like floats over to Lilith. There's no magic anywhere.
I'm just waiting on a pin, Adam.
Yeah, you got it.
You're muted, Danny.
It's like I didn't even hear what you said. I think I'm just still wiping tears from my eyes. It was like, oh, he made a gnome vomit everywhere. I think it's the gnomes. I think we're at war with the gnomes. I figured it out.
You at war with the gnomes, those tall bastards. Let's get them.
We got. I say it's
And what was
open
his
war,
name,
and
Adam?
Both sides have struck. Echo and I just made this gnome vomit all over the place. It was hilarious.
That's what they get.
Fuck it, I
Respawn
wish I was there for that.
General.
That's hilarious.
Or yeah, respawn general.
Genero. Okay. All right.
Now, if we win, they have to give back your token. I think that's how that works.
Yes, but still, I'm bored. What are we gonna do?
And I'm looking around thoughtfully. Is there anything of interest around?
We're
the-
going to meet with someone about fighting something or doing something in a mine.
A mine full of gems.
It is full of shiny
And
gems.
shinies. Full of shinies.
Well, what are we waiting for then?
Them to meet us at the Drunken Griffin.
So you guys.
I
head-
once heard
you
the
said-
guy tell somebody he was waiting for Christmas, but I don't think he was being serious, and I don't know what that is, to be honest.
So are we inside the bar now?
No, you guys are getting close to it, and the first thing you notice about the Drunken Griffin, and it, again, it's a little bit later in the evening, but it is rowdier here, and not rowdy in a, not rowdy in a seedy bar kind of way. It's like a semi-seedy bar. Everybody in there is much more jovial. Everybody approaching the door is much more jovial, and it's a smaller tavern, smaller establishment, really rough-hewn beams flying through the rocks on the outside, and lots of dwarves singing. A few more gnomes in here, a few more elves. The elves aren't as jovial, but most of them have smiles on their faces. A couple of humans in here as well.
So Reverie is going to fly up. If there's anybody outside the tavern,
Yep.
he's gonna ask every single person he sees outside the tavern, like within his immediate vicinity, and if none of them answer yes, he's gonna go in the tavern and ask, "Are you the foreman?" He's like, "Are you the foreman?" "No." "Are you the foreman?" "No." And he's flying inside, and he's like flying up to each person there. "Are you the foreman? Are you the foreman? Are you the foreman?"
So mostly what you get, particularly with the very intoxicated people out front that are just singing and dancing and sloshing their drinks around, you come up to them and they're like, "You're fucking seeing this thing? Am I hallucinating? What the fuck is this?"
"Are you the foreman?
What the fuck is this? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Are you
A
the
couple
foreman?"
guys are like really startled, like, "Oh, the fuck are you? Did my wife send you?"
My wife said, yeah.
If they don't answer his question, he immediately moves to the next person.
Yeah, you got it.
"Are you the foreman?"
So you get into the village, or excuse me, you get into the tavern, and just are asking around, and most people don't even recognize that you're talking to them. You just haven't like really gotten their attention well enough, even though flying around. A few of them like swat at you as you're going by, like, "What the fuck is that?" But eventually,
Not nice.
eventually one of them reaches up to grab you, snatch you out of the air after you've flown by him. I need you to make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
You got to beat a dirty 20.
I do not.
So he just grabs you by both shoulders and pulls you down. He's like, "The fuck are you doing here looking for a foreman?"
He has a job for us in the mine with shinies.
What?
What do you mean, what? It's a very simple sentence. It's like 5 words. He has a job for us in the mine with shinies. Okay, it's 11 words.
You guys walk in and you see there's a dwarf looking very angrily at your fairy friend, holding him face to face, like looking at him,
Lilith
glaring
just
at him.
smirks. I think he found him. I'm gonna walk up.
Yep. So
I'm
as you walk
assuming
up, you
y'all
hear
are-
him. Yeah, you just hear him. He's death staring into the fairy's eyes right now.
What are you looking for the foreman for?
He had a
Me?
job for me and my rather large friend.
And I'm standing right behind her.
He slowly lets go of the fairy.
What job is it you say you're looking for? Bless you.
Robot just starts the circuits. I still think it's like that.
Spits out a screw.
Yeah, right? F furball.
Dial tone starts playing.
Well, out with it.
He'll be right back.
I don't
he,
know. I wasn't paying attention because he didn't tell it to
He
me.
was
Clear out the mine.
he was approached because of his size and for the party to clear out some things that are happening in the mine, and that the foreman would talk to us about doing this job.
You want to go in and clear out Darkholm, is it?
Yes. And because of
Yeah.
his
Are
size,
you the
they
foreman?
found him.
Who are you?
Aye, yeah. Eric Stoneforge. Come, sit with me.
He brings you over to a table. It's in a booth. It's a table, rather raised seats, but raised by dwarvish standards. So super high for Reverie, and for the rest of you, mostly just very low.
Reverie sits on his shoulder.
On Stoneforge's shoulder?
Yeah, he said to sit with him.
Fuck up. What you doing? Sit on the chair.
He said to sit with you. Make up your mind.
Is he with you?
Like,
Is he
he
with you?
flies over to Lilith. He flies over to Lilith.
He's with us.
He is very confusing.
Keep him on a leash. I don't like him. I don't like him.
It is very confusing. Not very. It's a culture thing. We're new here.
He said sit with him.
Look around.
What do you know about Darkholm?
I know nothing about Darkholm.
Oh, great.
Bjorn, Echo, do you?
Oh, Bjorn. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Let me call you
I
Richard.
thought there was another.
It's Bjorn.
It's Bjorn.
It didn't register. I was like, who the fuck is Bjorn?
Hey,
Oh, right.
Bjorno.
Okay.
Can you get on the?
To be honest, I was not paying attention. I'm a little worried about the gnomes in the corner over there. Yeah, could you repeat the question? I'm so sorry.
What do you know about the Darkholm mines?
I don't know. What do I know about the Darkholm mines?
That we've been hired to clear them out.
Oh, do we trust this man? I totally was distracted by people I did not
He
trust.
is the guy who is hiring us to clear out the mines.
Oh,
The guy
Yes.
we're talking to is the foreman.
these
I don't think he ever said
these
that.
are
Yes, he is. I
These
asked
are-
him
Yes, he did.
specifically.
Okay.
I was
I
like,
might.
"Hey, who are you? He's like,
I apologize. It was probably when I was
Stone
dying.
Forge.
I knew if it there's not a lot of sunlight. There's lots of rocks, and we're probably going to have to kill many things that are unholy. And I'm pretty excited about it.
So you know nothing. All right. What do you know about Cenarian? The town you're currently in. Cenarian. What do you know about it?
Nothing.
Wait, is this the? No, this isn't the dwarven capital. These are mountain dwarves, right?
Yes.
No, I like the people here. Haha, because we're both the mountain dwarves.
Right, so nothing.
Not
All right, I'll
terribly
start from the
much.
beginning
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Zenarion's a small town, as you can see. Small city, maybe, is more appropriate. We have a coast. We're very far north. Often, there's a lot of icebergs out there, so we don't get to use the ships as much as I would like. Fortunately, we do have a river that runs straight out of here west, and then cuts a little north. And out there, we've got some mountains. And in those mountains, we've got some mines. And in those mines, there's lots of metal. Lots of metal that we do lots of wonderful things with in our foundry. We build weapons. We build ignits that get shipped all over the world. We do some phenomenal metalwork here in this city, and I'd like for it to continue. Now, I am the foreman for the Darkholm Mines. And the Darkholm Mines have been having some problems lately. Namely, they've been caving in.
Well, don't know too much about mining, but isn't that usually the problem of bad mining?
Aye, it is usually
Design
a
flaw.
problem of bad mining. In this case, it's not, because I'm in charge, and I've been
Okay.
inspecting everything that's been going on. At first, I thought the same as you. I thought, I've got some slackers on my team, some people that are maybe not doing exactly what they're supposed to do as far as setting up the
Yeah.
braces. Perhaps a few dwarves that are a little too eager, digging a little too fast, a little too quickly without safety. No! I've been down there myself. I inspected it. It's not the problem. There's other problems down there. Some weird, eerie things have been going on. Very eerie. People, they disappear, and later we find statues of them.
What?
Have I been unclear? Do you not understand my accent?
Well,
dwarf?
you're just talking about something that seems totally fucking weird.
Right. So before you wanted to correct me until I tell you now, and now you're telling me
Well,
I don't know what I'm
no,
talking about.
Can I roll an insight check to see if he's fucking crazy?
Yes.
I rolled a 17.
This dude is very serious and very perturbed at your questioning.
I apologize. There are lots of crazy people in this strange world we live in. I believe you.
Right. You're
People are
traveling with one of them.
disappearing.
What the fuck is that?
People are disappearing and turning into statues.
But now I'm trusting you, and I'm starting to think that I would travel with you too.
I don't want to travel. I'm not going back into the mines until someone takes care of that problem for me. I don't want to be a statue. I
So
want
we
to
think
live.
something's living in the mine.
I don't
just
know.
to be clear.
I don't know. There's
What
something
would be the payment?
dark. Aye. He's the most unhuman looking of you all. He's the most unhumanoid looking of you all, but he's the only one that asks the real dwarf questions. Aye. The payment is
I'm not
700 gold. For
Each?
clearing out whatever dark magic is lurking in those mines.
I would like to say that I am very impressed by the quality of the forge and the craftsmanship that you all are doing here with the metals from Darkholm. But it seems to me that perhaps a bigger favor to me, and maybe less costly to you, would be to forge me a new hammer that I could bash things with, that maybe were of the unholy perspective.
I think I would still just like 200 gold.
He said 700.
Let me see
Yeah,
the
I
hammer
want
you've got
200 each.
now.
I hand it over.
So without him, that's 1,000 gold.
I can make you prettier,
Can you?
but I can't make it
Forge
more
me
effective
plate
than it
armor?
currently is.
Shit.
Did
Yeah,
you
okay,
forge me plate armor?
It's a really good question.
let me get this straight. You'd all like to sacrifice your earnings.
No.
Oh, then no.
How much gold do I even have? Fuck.
We don't have very much.
I would like 200 each if you were
Didn't we
hiring.
get like 130 gold at one point a piece?
No.
No.
Oh, that was split between us or something. Fuck.
Yeah, we all have roughly like right around 40 gold, depending what you've nickeled and dimed.
Well. Okay.
We'll
We'll take.
do 200 gold each, so that would be 1,200 for the party. If you would like this evil cleared from your mind.
You want 1,200.
Yes.
I'm
I'll
just
take
staring
the
over.
plate armor.
I can't.
I'm just staring over at Lilith.
You've made a counter offer.
Not making eye contact with the guy.
You've made a counter offer. But you haven't told me why you're worth it.
Can I step away from him? And I want to cast enlarge.
Oh. It's a one-story building.
Oh.
Yet I committed to it.
So you step back.
Somebody who's knocking boots is gonna fall out of the ceiling.
You enlarge. You
And I
cast
want
enlarge
to
as
play
he
it
steps
off
back.
like I knew this was happening and just raise my hand.
So your
We're
head
all like-
and your right shoulder burst through the grass roof. And you're like, oh shit, I didn't think this through. And you hear a lot of yelling down below. Any moving around from you at this point, other than just kneeling straight down, is going to cause significant more damage to the roof.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kneel down and to the best of my abilities, like scrape the straw on the roof back together to like fill in the hole.
You're a big one. There might be some places down there in the mine where that'll come in handy, but for the most part, it's very tight quarters. It's a dwarvish mine. You understand? You won't be able to do that without causing more cave-ins on yourself.
We will not.
Yeah,
destroy
but
you.
good luck turning him into a statue. He's basically a living statue.
You
as
get the
is.
skills of all of us. Is it a deal or not? Who else is going down to you? People turning to stone.
Do you think that's what's happening?
Yes.
Yes.
As someone familiar with magic, I feel like yes. And I'm lying if I don't know that for sure. I'm lying. Yes.
I will say, lass, that makes a lot more sense than somebody cutting statues of him.
I totally believe the craftsmanship thing in these parts, but I can see.
What if it's just a crazy artist?
Yeah, you quiet,
We
you
don't know.
little one. I don't want to hear from you.
Fucking dwarves.
Be nice. Oh, burn off your beard.
Don't threaten me. Don't threaten
You
me.
threatened me first.
I'll take you, and I'll shove you right
I
up the
take a
robot's
little
ass.
jewel. Here. Reverie. Reverie, play with this for a minute, please, to be quiet.
So you see, Reverie takes the jewel and then holds out his other hand and he creates a ball of fire, and he's reflecting it
Reverie.
off the jewel.
Okay.
He's
you
reflecting
just
it off
sit
the
there and
jewel.
play. Yeah, just play with that.
There's a giant for him ball of fire in his hand, reflecting off the jewel.
Just play with that and be quiet.
Everybody else, it looks like he's holding a match.
I tell you what, you've done approximately 50 gold worth of damages to the inn here. I'll give you 1150.
Yeah, I mean, he put back a lot of the pieces of straw that came
Deal.
apart.
And I give you my hands.
1150.
All right. When will you be leaving?
What time is it?
Now.
I
It's-
cannot move until I reduce in size, or I will cause a lot more than 50 gold worth of damage.
Reduce in size.
It lasts for a certain amount of time.
Can't you
So I will
reduce
wait here.
yourself for an action? Oh no, my bad. It's a minute, so.
Yep. Yeah, as I say, it says you magically gain the following minutes that last for 1 minute.
We will leave in 1 minute.
Well, no, what time is it, Adam?
It's about 6 o'clock in the evening.
Do
We
we
will leave
want
it.
to sleep here and then leave in the morning?
Well, he said it was by. You said that it was by boat toward the mine, correct?
Aye. I can
Then
have
we
a
will
boat
leave
prepared
now.
for you.
And sleep on the boat.
We will leave at
Here.
6:01.
Good luck sleeping on the boat.
You have to row it.
Aye. She's a smart lass. See, the rivers. It seems you don't know nothing about nothing here. The rivers, they go from where the highland is at, down to the lowland, to the lowest of the lands, which is the sea. So, unless you can figure out a way of getting a boat to go upstream whilst you sleep.
Which way up the river to get to the mine? Is there any, like, just follow the river? It'll be obvious. Like, how?
West. There's no other place that this will take you. Go west.
Wait a second. This one does weird things. Hey, you. The Ravery. Can you make things go in opposite directions?
Or can you make a boat row itself?
Oh, that would be pretty good.
Probably not with 6 people in it. Feels like a flashback to a prior life.
You mean a prior death?
It's almost like deja vu.
The whole part,
Pretty
the whole
sure
party
you're in it.
stops and looks around like, have we been here before?
No, but I can make it so that we don't drown if anyone falls in the water.
Quick question: how far on boat is it going to take for us to get to the mines?
Depending on how good you can row. And that one, I think he can row quite well. As he shrinks down, even in his normal size. You're looking at 10 to 12 hours.
Do you want to start rowing now, or do you want to go to sleep and leave in the morning, just to have daylight on our side?
We can stay for tonight, leave in the morning, be there by afternoon.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
no, wait, one more thing I need to say. We'll do this. It would be good for you. Your business will be thriving once again. But I need you don't need to promise me now, but I need you to remember our faces when we need new weapons and armor crafted. You will give us the good deal.
If we clear
If you
the
make it
mines.
back, let me know what you need.
And like it be the man.
I want to
Aside
look
from
towards,
full plate armor, that has to be individually crafted to the individual.
I want to look at lean over towards a reverie and be like, I do not need to breathe underwater. And then I'm just gonna like sit back.
Fun fact.
That's cool.
All right.
When you get back, I'll likely be here. I'm not going back out there until it's clear. Find out where the
And he
cabins are
said
coming
he has
from.
a boat.
Aye.
Yeah, he said he'll get a boat. Yeah.
You go down to the river docks. You talk to one of my workers. Anybody from the Darkholm mines. You tell them you headed to the mines to clear it out, and Eric Stoneforge sent you. They'll give you a boat.
All right, we will leave in the morning.
Aye. It's best. The river's
I would
usually
correctly
safe at night,
assume.
but never know.
I would correctly assume that you are supplying us with rooms to sleep in tonight.
You would incorrectly assume that. I would have done that at 700 gold, and I would have done it before you destroyed the roof. Good day.
Unfortunate. And I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I gotta tell you,
take care of
Echo,
a
you
room.
gotta be careful about them straw roofs.
Everyone will be getting 200 except for Echo, who I will be giving 150.
So I guess we can sleep 2 in a room. Go up to the barkeep and ask how much for. What do we need? 3 rooms?
Yeah, you need it's 1 gold for the total. This is not a
Okay.
tremendous establishment.
It's got a straw fucking roof.
Yeah.
Half of
I
it's
want
not even
to.
there.
I want to ask the barkeep where the local archaeologist, Respon General is.
Oh, that lad. Oh, what you're looking for? Down the way a little bit, across the foundry, down this street. Will be the third establishment on your right.
Okay, I'm gonna head there before I go to bed.
You got it.
I'm gonna challenge Bjorn to a sparring match.
Oh yes. Adam, you're gonna have to roll for me.
Is this
And me.
is this inside?
No. We'd go outside.
All right.
Or actually, no. I challenged him to a close quarters with no weapons in one of the rooms.
Awesome. So you guys sharing a room. Black is for Echo. Yellow is for Bjorn. Ooh. Bjorn takes
Bjorn
it.
won again.
Bjorn. So, how do you want to do it, Bjorn?
I imagine you're coming in at me.
You're breaking up.
real quick. And
Can't hear you.
real quick, and then flip you and pin you.
I'm assuming there was a flip and a pin.
That's what he said, a flip and a pin.
Okay.
All right. Hilda,
Keep going.
you head out and you're headed towards. Is anybody following Hilda? Or is it just Hilda by herself?
I'm not going. I don't think she even told anybody.
I don't think she did either. So Hilda, you make it out. You follow the instructions that you were giving, and you do end up at a little shop. It doesn't even look like a shop. It looks like somebody's home that's been sort of converted into a trinket sales shop, but all the trinkets look like random old bones and rocks.
Okay.
Getting inside, you see a very skinny elf with super, super white hair, very palish, peach skin, and he comes to greet you.
Oh, hello, dear. I was just about to close up shop, but for a magnificent specimen such as yourself, what can I help you with?
I saw on the board that you are looking for an item.
Ah, you did see my call to arms. Yes, I am looking for an item. Not any specific item. Well, rather, a very specific item that's supposed to be lost in the Everwood. Do you have much experience uncovering lost relics?
Some. What is it you're looking for?
Maybe we start this a little bit differently. What is your experience recovering relics?
I have searched for different religious items that I've needed.
Religion. Interesting. This item is not terribly religious. Well, to some perhaps. It is a bow. A bow that was supposedly cut from the very first Everwood. A bow that could pierce the hearts of dragons and giants, demons even. A black wooden bow. Legend has it, of course.
Legend has it, of course. And if this bow was to be found, what is the payment for it?
If this bow were to be found, I would pay whoever brought it to me a vast sum of gold, more than you could ever spend, because it would complete my collection and allow me the untold glory of immortality. In the history books, of course, for its retrieval. And also the knowledge that you've contributed to unlocking the past of the Everwood.
Knowledge of the Everwood.
And the real races.
See if you get
that
credits.
were here
See if
from
you
the
get
start.
credits in the history books.
Yeah, I have a question for you since you seem to have a lot of knowledge about things. I came across some beasts that I had to fight, and they were rather difficult. They were werewolves. Do you know anything about them?
Cursed fey creatures. Been infecting our lands for thousands of years now. I have heard of them. I've heard there was problems with them not too far north from here, perhaps. Rumors mostly. Dwarves scare so easily, I don't know how much truth there is to it. I know that weapons in silver are quite effective against them.
Is there any way to tell who or... because they changed in front of us before we fought them, but they were dwarfs before that. Is there any way to tell who is one or who is not, or...
You've really seen one then? So the rumors
Yes,
are true.
we fought. They are.
Did they bite you?
No. Would that be of concern? If any of our party members were bitten?
Perhaps. Legend has it that's how the curse spreads. But I don't know.
I'll have to ask my party members, but what is the curse?
You become a werewolf.
Are they evil creatures then if they become a werewolf?
I've only ever heard of them doing evil. I can't imagine how they would be any redeeming qualities of them. Perhaps they retain some semblance of their previous self. Everything out of the Fae seems to be chaotic and evil, though, so can't be certain.
Well, I don't know. I've heard of some things out of the Fae that aren't evil. But I will take this and this bow and keep this with me and speak to my party, and maybe we shall return with it.
Indeed. Now, if you want to know more, go to the,
Hold on.
What?
I thought you were done. Never mind. I was gonna meta Starship Troopers. Would you like to know more? Like,
If I want to know more, go to where?
go to Bazdondo, the Elvish capital, the kingdom west of here. They have ancient books there. Ancient knowledge. We're an ancient race with much knowledge. I've been here among the dwarves for so long, I sometimes forget I'm an elf.
Okay. Thank you so much. And have a good evening.
So you're not going to seek the bow then?
No, I'm going to speak to my party, and then I will let you know.
I see. Well then. Take care. I will close up now.
Alright, I go back to get some sleep in. I assume
Oh,
my
I don't
party's in bed,
forget,
so
Adam. Just so you know, Adam, Demetrius walked in here and complimented your setup, said you look great. The camera, he's like, the streaming setup is quality.
Outstanding.
Really is.
Love to hear it.
Adam, I want to search the rest of town before I go to bed.
is anybody up when I come back in, or are they all in their rooms?
What rooms are you guys staying in? Well, I know the two brothers are staying together.
And I'm sure Reverie and Lilith are together, right?
Yep.
Yes. Although I want to
Lil-
search the rest of town before I go to bed, so I'm not in the room.
So Lilith, are you downstairs still?
I went to bed.
Okay, I'll just go up to bed. I'll speak to him tomorrow.
I suspect my nose is so big that my snoring is outrageous, and Echo turned off his hearing monitor. So he could go into stasis.
So same thing. Whatever bed he lays down in, I go to the foot of the bed facing the door, and then I go into like my Jesus pose, sentry rest.
You got it.
Yes!
The rest of the town was just as boring as the first bit that you had searched. There's just nothing magical here outside of what you guys have brought. There's plenty of shiny things that you see around, but nothing even close to as interesting as what you've got. Like the shiniest things you've seen are these metal ingots that are being processed out of the foundry. Lots of different colors on them. There's some copper colors, some tin colors, some silver colors. No gold colors, but lots of different shiny ingots that they're moving around in carts. They're carried, and depending on the weight of the metal that these carts are being moved on, it's either taking one or two dwarves to move them around.
Reverie is absolutely baffled that there's not a single magical anything in this whole city, and goes back to the tavern.
Got it. Anything else you guys want to do before going to sleep, waking up?
Nope.
Got it. Next day, 6 o'clock-ish in the morning, because you guys went to bed pretty early. You guys are up. Where are you headed?
Downstairs.
Downstairs, and then the
Straight
dock.
to the boats.
I'm going straight to the bar for some breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to eat a little bit too before we go.
So I go sit with them, but I don't eat, so I just like pretend to like go through motions of things at the table. So I like pick up silverware and like, did you need this?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I'd like to order several breakfasts, except for this one here. He just wants an empty plate and like some silverware and napkins, please.
Are you pulling my beard?
No, he's one of us. He has a soul, but he doesn't really like to eat the food, so just like an empty plate so he can mimic and be part of us.
The sooner you
Well, what-
leave my establishment, the better. And he goes and brings you back your stuff.
So I want to speak to the group. Lilith is an elf. Lilith, you're an
Lilith
elf,
comes
right?
storming down the stairs, just skin red, hair yellow with tints of red in it, just not in the best of moods, and just kind of stomping.
So I look at Lilith because I know she's an elf, and I speak to the group and I say, last night I went to a local archaeologist because he was on the board.
I know what
And I
that
went-
thing is.
Yeah, and he said that he's looking for a bow that can pierce the hearts of dragons and demons. It's a black wooden bow, and he would give us a vast sum of gold that we could never spend in our lifetime.
No.
Would give him the glory of immortality and the knowledge of Everwood.
I don't trust that guy at all. I just woke up. So why are you putting this on me right now?
I just thought maybe you might know what that bow is.
More
Do
money.
you have any reference to what this bow is, Adam?
Roll a history check.
Probably not. What's my history? 6?
No clue. And it pisses you off that she even asked you that.
And look over Reverie with a historian of bows? Like, I fucking know.
So I look at the group and I'm like, do you think this bow is worth retrieving or is it just evil?
Well, the first question is, do you think he could pay you more money than you could ever spend in your lifetime?
I'm not necessarily concerned about the money to spend the rest of my lifetime. I'm worried about, is it evil when he said it could bring him immortality?
Well, hell, did he?
You just hear
Yeah, I don't.
snorts after each one of you talk.
I have bad hearing. I don't hear you snorting. I do hear
Reverie-
it, but I'm ignoring it.
Reverie is just bouncing in his seat, like, anxiously. Can we go to the mine with the shiny things, please? It's so boring in this town.
I feel like, I don't know, Eka, do you think that there are any legs to this? I mean, more money we could spend in a lifetime? Do you have any idea what kind of good we could do with that?
Seems like we could have this discussion in 12 hours on the boat.
The money would be beneficial. However, I, nor you to my knowledge, are proficient in retrieving lost archaeological artifacts. We are, however, very proficient in using our weapons to slay things.
Yeah, that's true.
Right,
Okay,
so
let's
she's
do the other thing first.
Let's go to the mines as we scarf down our food.
The
And-
mines! As soon as I heard it, I just left.
All right, you guys are
Reverie dashes out the door.
up and moving,
Just wings it straight to the dock.
headed towards the docks. What do you guys? You get into the docks. You looking around. So there's the coastal docks, and then there's again the more numerous river docks.
The river docks.
The
We
river
start
docks.
walking towards the river docks.
You got it. You guys are at the river docks. What are you doing?
And I'm looking for the first unfortunate person to make eye contact with me.
I am avoiding eye contact.
I point a door. Do I see a dwarf on the dock?
Yeah, there's plenty of dwarves on the dock.
I grab Lilith's head and I rotate it like aiming.
I walk
Right at one
towards the
dwarf.
dwarf.
Locks onto one dwarf. And I just give her a pat on the back. Dude.
There's a
I
relatively
walk
skinny
towards the dwarf.
blonde dwarf that is loading some things off of one of the boats that has come in, and just some crates and some stuff. And he looks up at you, Lilith, and just turns his head sideways, looks at you curiously.
You work
Get
for
him,
the
Lilith.
mines?
What?
Do you work for the mines?
Everyone here works for the mines.
Great. Was with Eric Stoneforge. We're clearing them out. I need a boat.
Oh, you're going to Darkholm.
Did I stutter?
Right then. I don't know what's got you all ornery and twisted, but give me a few minutes. We'll finish offloading this boat. And you can be on your way then, lass.
And I'm gonna turn around and it's like ornery and twisted, and I'm just like punching.
You showed him. You're not ornery and twisted, you fucking asshole.
All right. So they continue to offload the boat. That guy comes.
Your chariot awaits, miss.
And the three of them just kind of chuckle, walking away.
Can I trip one?
Yeah, roll an athletics or
Sleight of hand? Like, are you trying to...
yeah, roll a
just,
sleight of hand.
Just gonna throw the leg out there real fast. Just
Yep, do it.
I get advantage on this. It's a natural 20.
When
Fuck
he
yeah.
falls, I want to press the digitation to make a fart sound.
So they're chuckling, walking by. Yeah,
She can say anything she wants.
A
I didn't
chariot.
throw your wife through a fucking table.
It's not even a chariot. It's on the water.
And when I,
His friends start laughing at him as he goes down.
in combination with the fart sound, you see Reverie does a little point and snap, and all of a sudden the smell of the faint odor of skunk appears around the sailor.
Ugh. What did you eat, Kraken? Oh. What you been eating up there? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I tripped on a rock or something. It wasn't. And they're just stumbling off, arguing with each other. His two friends laughing at him.
Reverie just holds his hand up in front of Lilith for a high five.
Immediate angry high five. I'm not looking. It's short.
I don't think that guy wanted to go through all the rigmarole.
Oh. Why must we always do this? Let's get on the boat.
That is a good idea. However, he had that coming. And then I go get on the boat.
He did have that coming, and I just swam after him.
Our things of having things coming are much different.
Is there like a prow to this boat?
It's basically a large rowboat. There's
Thank you, sir.
2 places to sit and row on each side. It's pretty narrow. 2 dwarves could sit comfortably on it, but one larger individual could sit comfortably on one side and hold both rows.
So Reverie is going to go up to the prow of the boat and like assume the superhero pose with his wings slightly trailing behind him and his hands over his eyes, just doing lookout.
All right. You guys are on the boat. Going to begin rowing.
Well, I'm gonna look. There's like one set of rows.
There's 2 sets of rows.
So I look down and be like, there are 2 sets of rows. Who is the best rowers?
Wait, sorry. Are there 2 sets of rows or are there 2 sets of oars?
Yep.
And there are 2 rows of seating.
No, there's multiple rows of seating. There's 2 sets of seating where there are oars at.
Okay.
I'll row a set of oars.
Yeah, I'll take this one. I feel like I'm pretty good at these repetitive, physically demanding motions.
All right, I'll let Jorn do it.
Well, there's 2. You can both do it, I think.
Well, no, Echo is doing one.
Okay.
I do believe that I would be the most efficient.
Yes.
Yeah, so
It's
look,
true.
there's 2 sets of oars that one big person could row. Hilda could probably roll the other set of rows. So you guys could have 2 rowing, or Hilda and Bjorn could also share the other seat.
What percentage faster would we go if her and I shared?
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, I'll row with you. We'll row together.
All right. That's
We'll
what
go
we'll do.
faster.
All right. You guys get in the boat and begin to row upstream. The stream's current is not that significant, but it is steady. So it's a constant, steady stream of rowing that you have to do in order to get up this stream, this river.
So I want to take a break. I'm going to sit down in the boat and begin. I want to try to ritually cast water breathing on everybody in the party.
I feel like this has gone sour in the past. Are you sure you want to take a break from your lookout position?
Yeah. So I'm ritually casting water breathing on the whole party, and then I resume my lookout position.
You got it. So it'll take you a full hour to ritually cast that.
Takes an hour? I thought it was only 10 minutes.
Per
10 minutes per.
person.
No, it's up to 10 willing creatures.
Oh, okay.
Water breathing, you can do 10 willing creatures at a time.
You
Dragon.
phrased that really weird.
Yes, you got it.
And it lasts for 24 hours.
You got it. So
I feel like even
He'll make it
laser.
to where we can breathe underwater.
I do not
And I-
breathe.
I resume my lookout position.
So 10 minutes up the
I was
river.
gonna make the same joke, so.
It's steady going. Again, the water is not that serious coming down. Again, it's a steady stream. It's pretty wide, but it's not rapids or anything. It's pretty flat. You can see the water moving, but it's not so forceful that you guys are really having a ton of difficulty. Continuing on, you see a few more boats come back down past by you. There's a few boats behind you that are also moving up the same direction, but none of them are
I'm gonna
moving
check
as quickly
Bubby.
as you guys are currently. Reverie, can I get a perception check, please?
Sure. Is this for the whole trip, or is this for a specific check?
This is for the trip. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm not going to guidance it then. That is a 23.
Yeah. It's pretty quiet. It's pretty calm. There are dangerous things that you see. You see some pretty large crabs on the side in a couple areas that are pretty well hidden. They're mostly staying out of the way. You see some things down in the water that looked large enough to maybe cause you guys some problems, but in the boat up here, you guys are just cruising along at a decent pace. About 4 hours in, it's getting tiring for most of you guys who are rowing, so I need everybody who's rowing to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, that's good.
24.
It's pretty good. Plus 3. 20.
All right, and that is for Hilda. So
She has plus 6, so 16.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, so moving along, you're starting to get tired, but like, nah, I've got this for a few more hours, no problem. Continue to paddle slowly up the stream. Around midday, there's starting to become more rocks that you can see on the riverbank. It's not as smooth on the riverbank, and the water you can see is getting a little bit rougher. You guys are getting to the point where you're almost paddling against some rapids. But continuing on still, no problem. Sliding around the rocks as you need to. Moving and moving. Water's cold occasionally as it splashes up on you guys. Wherever this is coming from, you imagine it's probably frozen snow that's coming down this river. Moving and moving, and just as it's getting really, really rough and you're just not entirely sure how much longer you can keep going as the river is narrowing and narrowing, it flattens out, and you get to an area right up against, not a cliff necessarily, but a big rock fixture where there's just a bunch of little streams coming down the rock that seem to be the start of this river. You guys have made it to the end.
Do we see any docks or anywhere like at the river base or like?
Yeah, there's
looks like it?
there's no docks, but there is an area that looks like it's about the only place that looks like where you could beach a boat in the rocky pebble bank of the river. Yeah,
no idea how deep the river is, but as we get closer to the side, I'm gonna jump out and like pull the boat up onto the.
The river's
the
not very
shore.
deep at this point. It's only about 5 feet deep, so you jump in. It's up to your chest here. You're able to drag the rest of the way in, and it's only about 5 feet here, and it quickly gets shallower, so you easily drag the boat to the edge of the shore. There are a few posts around. There's 3 or 4 of them that have been staked very deeply into the hard ground, and it looks like that's where people would tie their boats off at.
And I'll just tie the boat up.
You got it.
Reverie flies up in the air to look around, see if they're... First of all, see if he can see the cave entrance, and secondly, see if there's anything around them.
Yeah. Roll a perception check.
All right, this one I am guidancing. That is a... was 19, 26.
It's pretty clear where the mine is. You can't exactly see it from where you're at. It's sparsely temperate forest where you're at mostly. A lot of rocks, a lot of cliff faces into the mountains. You can see the direction that you're supposed to head. It's pretty easy to see just because the amount of tire tracks and the rocks that people have moved onto these cart tracks to strengthen the ground under which they were dragging these carts. You imagine full of heavy metals.
Okay. All right, follow me. He starts flying off towards it at about 30 feet.
Yep.
Quick question: with Bend Luck, is that something I can only use on other people? Like I couldn't use it on my own saving throw or anything.
How's it read? Does it say any willing creature?
It says when another creature you can see makes an attack,
Yeah, so
roll.
it's anybody
they'll
else
make a
except
save.
for you, because it's
Okay.
specific to another.
So stupid.
Oh, and I have now, anybody within 10 feet of me gets +1 on saving throws.
Yeah, just remember to pay attention. So if there's a saving throw, it's something you can remind people
Yeah.
of.
You following these tracks, you get to a fork in the tracks. These things, and there's a small wooden post, one pointing right that says Dark Home, and one pointing left that says Light Forest.
Dark home away.
Yep.
And here you can see that the path is a little bit more overgrown, and the mud pits are a little bit deeper. The work on the track is a little bit less accomplished. People haven't been coming here for a little while. It's less traveled. Continuing on, getting to the front of the cave face, built into the side of this massive rock formation. It doesn't really look that much like a mountain that you guys are at, but there are massive hills with big rocks in them, and down deep in this is built into the side of one of those big hills. There is a wooden structure supporting the front entrance to this cave, and down into the cave appears only darkness.
Reverie is going to pull one of the torches out of his backpack and use Fierce Flame and light the torch on fire.
Okay.
And then start going into the mine.
Lilith wants to cast Mage Armor on herself, and I'm just gonna do it by putting my knuckle against my tooth and like cracking my head.
Awesome.
All right. What's the formation as you guys are moving into the cave?
Sorry about that.
Echo has to go up front.
Yeah, I'll be right behind Echo.
I'm right
How
behind
much?
Jordan.
First thing you
So,
notice, Echo, as you're getting into this cave, is that these tunnels are far too small for you to stand up in. You're crouched the entire time because they're maybe 5 feet tall. So you were really crouched.
You know the duck walk at Meps?
Yep.
That's what I'm doing.
Burning them thighs up, baby.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna be
Yep.
behind Hilda, and then the torch, but like close behind her, so the torch can get as much light as possible in front of Echo.
There's not much light getting in front of Echo. He's basically a massive block. There's going to be some light shining in front of him occasionally, some flickering and stuff, but he blocks almost essentially the entire tunnel of this mine.
In that case, Reverie does a thing like when you're going up the escalator, excuse me, like trying to squeeze through, and he holds the torch up. He like squeezes through past Hilda, excuse me, like sidesteps up, and then puts the torch out, like holding it out so that Echo will grab the torch. Like pushing the torch past his body.
I want to turn around holding my torch. Like, no, thank you.
Why did you light the torch when we already had a torch? That's stupid. And he throws the torch down. What a waste of a torch. That was stupid.
No,
turns around and
no,
goes
pick
back.
that torch up. You might need that torch, sir.
2 torches are effective. One for the front, one for the back. Optimal lighting.
Stupid.
And
He throws
you
the torch
come
down.
from the place with all the lights and you don't even understand the lights.
I didn't hear Charles say he lit a torch. That's why.
So, moving deeper and deeper into this cavern, it's shallow at first, the downgrade, and then it gets steeper and begins to spiral. and there comes a point where it flattens out a little bit, and then ahead of you, you can see this is where the real mining operation had really began, because it gets a little bit taller. Not quite tall enough for you to stand up in. A little bit wider, about 10 feet wide now. And there's just tunnel after tunnel after tunnel after tunnel coming off of the left and right of this cavern.
As we come up to each tunnel, I just want to like pause for a second and just see if I hear anything in each individual tunnel.
Reverie, see if there's any magic.
Are they gonna wait for us?
I just said it out loud.
Yeah, I asked. Are they gonna wait? He's asking you back. Are they gonna wait for us?
I think something has magic if it's turning people to stone. Do you guys mind waiting?
Yeah, it's okay with me. I don't want to be a stone.
All right. So yeah, he'll ritually cast detect magic.
And I'm going to sit down so I'm not crouching anymore.
Yeah.
I
You
in the
invest-
brotherly way, I start rubbing Echo's shoulders to like bring him back to proper posture, like pulling his.
While we're sitting, can I investigate if any of the tunnels, which ones look like the newest or what was used the most recently?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
16.
Yeah, you start looking and you're like, wow, many of those closer to where we just came in seem to be older. And it starts to make sense to you, like, of course they're older. They dug in, they went right, and then they dug further and they went left. And they dug further and they went right again, dug further and went left. So the tunnels towards the back of this, that you still haven't seen the back of necessarily, obviously look to be older.
I guess we're all just hanging out waiting for that.
Get it. Your
All right, Timid.
Yeah, your thing comes online. It is not showing you anything magical whatsoever in this cabin,
Okay.
in this tunnel.
How many tunnels are there next to me?
So there's one right, one left. Keep going a little bit. About 15, 20 feet up, there's another one right, another one left. Keep going another 15, 20 feet, another one right, another one left.
So as quickly as he can, he's just going to dash to the entrance of each tunnel.
Yeah. So you get all the way down to where there's a total of 23 tunnels that you've looked at. The last one is looking right, and it looks to be a rather shallow dig. It's only about 15 feet back where it has stopped. The first thing you notice is that you've seen 3 different dwarvish statues of miners in various positions of surprise, but many of them holding picks. And they're just stone
Okay.
statues. Most of them in tunnels.
I'm sorry, to be clear, is that I saw those while I was searching, or I see those in this particular tunnel?
Nope, they're all in different tunnels.
Okay. Which way were they facing? Were they facing deeper into the tunnel, or were they facing back towards the entrance?
Deeper into the tunnel.
Okay. So go back to the party and which of the tunnels that the 3 statues were in looks the newest?
The one all the way back to the right that's not dug yet.
Okay. But you said that one ended like 15 feet in, right?
Yep, that's the newest.
Okay. Go to the one before that.
Okay.
Actually, I want to go to the one that's short and see if there's like anything in the wall or any reason why. Like it's a little bit confusing why the statue is facing this wall.
There's no statue in that short.
Oh,
Tunnel.
okay. So So which of the tunnels that has a statue in it is the newest? There's the
Oh, gotcha.
newest,
Yep. So that would be the second one back on the left.
yeah. Okay. This is the most recently dug tunnel with a statue in it. So I vote
Yes.
we go this way. That's what I tell the party.
Eh,
Lilith
Hey,
wants to
hey.
investigate the statue. Does it look any qualities beyond just being a statue? Does it look weird? Is it weirdly detailed? I think it was real person.
It's a high quality stone statue.
May I make a suggestion? I think that it is reasonable to believe the miners were mining when whatever attacked them. Perhaps one of us, and I would volunteer, should go mimic mining, and everybody else lay nearby to ambush or attack whatever comes to stop me from mining.
Echo, you're so smart. This
we-
is a beautiful plan.
If we
Adam.
break this, do you think it has stone insides?
Can I do my divine sense to detect good and evil
You may.
in that tunnel?
Make sure you click one of your.
I did. I clicked it.
Just check in on the verbiage real quick.
It's celestial fiend.
Yeah, I got it,
undead
I got
within
it.
6 feet. Okay.
No, you don't detect any celestials, beings, apparitions. Nothing.
Okay.
So if everybody is in agreement with the plan, does anybody disagree with my plan?
You better say no, because it's a good plan. It's the best plans.
And what happens if he turns to stone?
I am already like stone, but I will be careful. Thank you for your concern.
Where are we supposed to hide?
There are other tunnels within 15 feet of the one I will be digging in. Just position yourself however you feel.
I get it. Follow me, I will tell you. And so I just go to the edge of the tunnel, and then like I sort of point towards the other side of the tunnel, where we can just kind of like sort of peek around to see what's happening. But otherwise, we're out of sight from the tunnel. Get
Okay.
behind me, one of yous.
Sorry, Stephanie.
Yes.
You detect 2 aberrations very, very close to your current position.
So I tell the group there are 2 aberrations very close to us.
Are
Where?
those the black dudes with the blonde hairs?
Yes, they're like albinos.
No, I was going for aborigine.
Nope, I like
My
albino
guy's dumb.
better.
I'm sorry.
Isn't your intelligence 10?
Yeah, mine is.
You're like an average person, bro.
Fuck. Well, I know what it is. I'm so smart that like thinking the average person, yeah, they're
Feel dumb.
idiots. They're fucking idiots. No, I'm just kidding.
So,
I've just been having fun playing a dumb character.
It's your personality. It's your personality. I love.
so there's 2 aberrations that are close to us. So,
Where?
Down one of the tunnels on the right where there's not a statue.
down one of the tunnels on the right where there's not a statue.
New plan, Echo. They're in that tunnel.
What if I make noise? We will set an ambush by the entrance to that tunnel. I will make noise when it comes out of the tunnel. We kill it.
There's 2 of them.
Yes, we kill one immediately and then only have to worry about one more.
Love it.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm okay with this plan.
at the entrance to that mine that it's down, they're gonna position kind of beside it, and I'm gonna stand directly across from it, and I'm gonna take my sword and I'm gonna just tink it onto the ground.
Yeah, you got it.
Adam, is this still a 5 foot? Are we still in the 5 foot tunnels, or did they get larger by now?
No.
There's like 10, 15 feet. What are we at?
You're at 6 feet right now. 10 feet wide,
Okay.
6 feet tall.
So I'm like this.
Okay. If there's anything nearby that entrance to hide behind, that's what he's doing. That's what Revere's doing. He's hiding behind something.
I mean, there's lots of places to hide. You can hide in any one of the tunnels. You can hide behind an opening.
Okay.
There's not.
Rocks.
Yeah, there's.
All right, I'll do that. Do you need a stealth check, or are we just hidden?
I think everybody
Yeah.
else is trying to hide. I'm not.
I need everybody who's hiding to roll a stealth check.
And you
Alright,
guys
I'm
are all
guaranteed-
you're
I'm
clearing
guaranteeing myself.
the intention to ambush, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna take a leak.
All right.
I cannot
7.
stealth very good, so.
19.
17 for me, Adam.
Okay.
Oh, it's fat. Even with disadvantage, I got a 16.
Steffi, you said you got what? 19?
No, I got a
That was-
10.
That was Danny, had 19.
Because you didn't do your spell, right, Reverie?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, I got a 10.
That's an ability check, right?
You're an ability check.
It is, yep.
If I were to use my reaction, that would take away my ability to save my action for this attack, correct?
No. That's per round. You get
Because
one
they're
reaction
two,
per
yeah,
round.
they're two different. Yeah, they're two different things.
I wanted to use my reaction to bend her luck. She can try it. She can roll a d4 and apply it as a
Alright.
bonus.
We're rolling. Seven.
See him 11? Used to him.
But first, let's find out what hers was.
What?
What was Steffi's thing?
10.
Reroll it.
Stealth. First stealth, mine was 10.
Reroll it instead.
Oh, re-roll it?
That's what he said.
It doesn't matter.
I got
Adam,
10
did
again.
you
I
see
got
what 7
10
is?
again.
You got a 10 again. All right, so you
I did.
guys are all crouched down. You hear this slight ting, ting. You hear Hilda fumbling with her armor, trying to get into a silent position. You see Lilith do something with her hands. Lilith's still fumbling, trying to get into a silent position, still not being very successful. All of a sudden, on Lilith, a massive explosion happens. And go ahead and roll that damage there, Lilith. For Fireball.
Fireball?
Yes.
Oh my god, doesn't that catch everybody?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Although I don't.
Bend luck. I didn't use Tides of Chaos.
Yeah, bend luck
Bend
isn't
luck.
a. It's not a spell. It's a class feature.
Yeah. Bend luck. Let's go. Wild magic, baby.
Oh, okay. What do I need to roll?
Fireball, 5d8
Fireball
or
damage.
something?
8d6, I think.
Let me check. Fireball.
Well, rest in peace for the third session.
I'm just confused
There's
why
no
the wild
way.
magic. I had a long rest, so Tides of Chaos is still in control.
It's
8d6.
8d6.
Okay.
Because you used a feature. You used bend luck.
I didn't know
I
that
rolled on
activated
the-
the wild magic table.
I rolled on the wild magic table for that.
26.
I need dex checks from everyone. Dex saving
If you're
throws.
within 10 feet of me, you
I
get
rolled a
plus
natural
1.
20.
Woo!
18.
Woo!
I'm going to use my wheel to add to my dex roll.
Caesar failed.
19.
17.
Okay. So, still didn't help.
damage.
That was a 12.
Okay.
Who went through the effort to change my avatar picture in D&D Beyond?
You
Whoever did
take
it, thank you.
26 points of damage.
Yep.
Reverie.
I did.
Everybody else takes 13.
Okay, that hurts. Atom! I'm about to pull an Adam Dwarf voice. Oh no, don't do that. Yeah, that hurt it a little bit. Maybe don't fucking shoot your teammates next time, you know, and it's a friendly group.
You just see Lilith just like just genuinely confused. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Echo, roll a perception check.
18.
Better yet, I want to look back at Bjorn and be like, shh. Sneaky.
I do.
You see now that these scorch marks that have lit up the entire cavern. You look down into the tunnel that you're looking at. You see some of the scorch marks down there. You also see some other scorch marks that are different in some way to the fire scorch marks. Something else heated them up, but it wasn't fire. There's the pattern of it seems to be lightning based.
So I just kind of whisper or lower the volume on my output, be like, do your fire spells cause lightning as well? Ah, God, my throat.
Not unless I make them, and that was no. So no.
Something is casting lightning in the tunnel.
Mm.
And I'm still sticking to the original plan. Even as the fireball was like rolling over me, it was still like tink, tink.
After a few minutes of that, nothing has happened. You don't hear anything. You don't see anything. The aberrations, you're coming to the end of your detect good and evil here, Hilda, but they haven't moved. They're about 20 feet inside of this cavern that you guys are, this tunnel that you guys are looking at.
I believe that your fireball has scared them.
Where are they, Hilda?
They are down. Do I know
Would you
exactly
say
where they
it's
are,
between?
Adam?
Yep, you do.
Would you say it's between 19 and 21 feet in front of us down this
20
cavern?
feet, 20 feet in front of us down this cavern.
Brother, do you remember the first battle under the religious militia?
Ed, do you?
For honor! And I want to like run into the tunnel, like full like duck run now, because I still can't stand up tall.
I'm ready.
About 10 feet into this, you can. It quickly opens up. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
I'm right on his heels.
18.
Bonus action. I'm dropping my echo as far into the cavern as I can. Like that was the whole run up thing.
12.
Oh, shit.
15.
21.
Oh, that's good. That's a good.
Finally had a good initiative roll.
Dirty 20 initiative.
You got it.
Pretty excited about this.
All right. I need to take some time, find some good quality music.
We'll see. They have the ability to do that, but we'll see.
We need some like death metal.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that at some point. Like when a battle gets intense, it's like, like yes.
Yeah, double bass, fucking yeah. I can hear it in my head. I'm not even a musician. Should have been. I'm so excited for this.
If you guys find any open source music that you want to use for these encounters, just let me know and I'll get them added in.
Okay.
Where the hell's my dry erase? There it is. All right, let me set up real quick.
I thought I was like losing my mind. I just realized there's bats as a sound effect.
I can't hear him at all because
Holy
my
shit.
tinnitus.
I completely forgot to use absorb elements when the fireball hit.
There's
Oh, I love that this can just happen for no reason. I would say for those that adds so much fun to this.
It's
I wasn't
hilarious.
expecting it, but now that I know that could happen, it wouldn't stop me. Just so you guys
Yeah.
know.
I did not know that. I did
wouldn't
not
stop
know
your
that Bend Luck triggered the wild magic table. I thought it was only spells, because that's how it reads.
We've
Oh, I love
changed
it.
well, the
that up.
DM can eat your dice too, so
We've changed that up
I
a bit
love it.
for her, just so that
Yeah.
it's not so completely random.
a bit
I love
on
it.
while Adam's getting set up a bit on this.
I'm getting
like,
nothing
the
but
bat-
compliments, Adam. Please continue it. I'm having a great time.
a bit on this. The bats chirping in the background. Did you guys ever hear about this phenomena of people not hearing their fire alarm battery appreciating? Have you
Yeah.
heard about this? I didn't realize this was like a plague. It's like something like 43% of people in the US can't hear even a fire alarm in their sleep, let alone the fucking annoying chirp when they're awake.
Dude, I worry
but-
about that all the time. Tornado alarms go off here, and I'm like, we're gonna die. There's no fucking way I'm waking up to that outside my window.
So did you ever hear the show Loveline?
Mm-mm.
It was a really popular call-in show with Adam Carolla. He's the guy that co-hosted the original Man Show on Comedy Central. Famous comedian, but he also was on there with Dr. Drew, who's like a celebrity doctor, MD of some sort. I don't even know. But anyway, it got to the point where like they noticed that somebody had their chirp going off, and it was like at a certain interval, and they were like curious, like, wait a second, you don't hear that? And people just become desensitized to it. But it just became such a recurring theme that when he had somebody call in, he'd be like, wait, you got to stop talking. We need a time from the last chirp to the next chirp to figure out what kind of smoke detector you have. And then he would like deconstruct. Dude, it's some of the funniest shit
That's
I've ever heard.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Damn it. That is going to be a little too bright. Let me adjust the camera angle here slightly. All right, here we go.
Just for this thing, you said that Caesar did come with us, yes?
Caesar's there, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the one that was easier to paint.
I haven't painted anything yet, buddy. I'm just
No, I know,
fucking
but I'm
slacking.
just the model. That's the one that's going to be the gray smoke guy.
Yeah, the one that's down in front. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, you guys know exactly where these things are. They were about 20 feet from you, directly ahead. But the first thing that you notice coming through, it's going to be Bjorn, is that it was 20 feet. Oh, no, wait. It's Reverie. 20 feet straight ahead. But these things are, if they were somewhat equal to where you are in height, they must be on the ceiling of this thing because the bottom is just dropping out rapidly.
Wait, I'm sorry. The floor's caving in.
It's not caving in, it was dug in, and then the top is still open.
Oh, got it. Okay. I only see one of the creatures on the map. Is the other one just off screen?
There's no creature that you can currently see on the map. You
Okay.
you know where it is, ostensibly 20 feet ahead of you from the edge of that tunnel there, but you have no idea where it is. You don't see anything.
So what's the gray thing in the middle?
That's an echo.
Oh, that's the echo. Okay, got it. So yeah, I'm gonna fly in, and then as soon as I fly in enough that I can start going up, I just want to go straight up.
Yeah. Well, you can't really go straight up. You can go up a little bit, but you can stay at the level that you're at going in as the floor drops down, if that's what you'd like to do.
Okay, once I've flown in, do I see them now? Or do I see anything now?
What's your passive perception?
17.
No. You don't see anything.
Interesting. I want to. You said so. How deep is the hole?
It goes down. It's not a hole.
Is there a bottom?
It's where your friends are currently standing.
Okay. So in the area where I knew that the creatures were supposed to be, that 20-foot area, I want to cast Fairy Fire.
You got
that
it.
area.
Good call.
Yeah.
It's a DC 15 Dex save.
You got it. That is going to be one failure. And one pass. So,
Cast.
on the ceiling, basically here, you cast that fairy fire. It lights up that area. Everybody can see it clearly. And I don't have a good model for these guys yet. But what you see is a massive, almost bat-like creature clinging to the ceiling.
Oh, shit.
Would have been practically invisible without that fairy fire.
Okay. I want to. I'm gonna bonus action. Take my starry form.
Yep.
And take starry bolt and fire a bolt at it.
You got it. Fire away.
And that'll be with advantage because it's fairy fired.
He is.
So, see, that's a 23. 23.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. And does 5 damage.
So you fire this thing off at this glowing creature up in the thing. It hits it, and you just hear. Very terrifying.
And that's
echoing
radiant damage if it matters at all.
You got it. Is that your turn?
Do I have any movement left?
No.
Yeah, that's my turn then.
Bjorn.
Okay, so just first off, real quick, this is going to be important for the future, but I can cast the echo in front of me by 15 feet, and I can have him move up to 30 feet away from me total.
Okay.
So yeah, so the bonus action would have had him running in front. So he could maybe go up 3 squares. But if he's beyond 30 feet from me at the end of my turn, he goes away. So
Okay, good to
when
know.
I'm setting shit like this up, he's gotta be within 30 feet.
Got
I am going to command the. How far up is the bat creature?
He's about 15 feet up.
Okay, I'm gonna command my echo to go 15 feet up.
Can your echo fly?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Okay, and then all right. Sorry, I gotta get this shit down. I haven't been practicing. Then I'm gonna attack through him. I think it's the easiest way to do it. Yes, that's so I'm gonna attack through him.
Do it.
Plus 6, so that's 17 to hit.
$17 hits.
Okay, and then so that's 8 damage, and then bonus action. No features and traits. I'm going to use Manifest Echo, or not Manifest. Sorry, Unleash Incarnation. No wait. First, I have to use the fucking second attack. Why the fuck is this not all in features and traits? Maybe it's just in actions
For the attack, yeah.
for the second attack.
It's you just have 2 attacks because you're
okay.
level 5.
My bad.
It'll say attacks per action, and it'll have a 2 next to it.
Okay, gotcha.
And don't forget, you have advantage against it because it's lit up by the fairy fire.
Oh, nice. Fuck yeah. 15 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, damage is 12. Then I'm gonna use what's it called? Where are you?
Unleash Incarnation.
Yes, I'm gonna use Unleash Incarnation.
New another attack. Yep.
Yeah, one more attack. And then action small.
With advantage.
With advantage, thank God. That'll hit 23.
Yep.
9 damage. And then I think the way it works is he falls to the ground after my turn is over. I don't think he can stay suspended in the air.
Oh yeah. Nope. But anyway, good turn. Are you you done?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
You got it. Up next we have Echo.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run in to where I'm standing directly underneath it.
Yep.
And I'm gonna cast Giant Smite. I'm now 14 feet tall,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna take 2 attacks at it.
Do it.
14 feet tall. How big is this creature? Because I feel like that might be some crushing damage.
And I get it with advantage.
Yep.
Plus 26.
26 hits. This is some better
Second
battle music.
attack.
I'm happy with this.
24.
Also hits, yeah. Yeah, I'm much happier with this battle music. We'll stick with this from now on.
34 slashing damage
Total, huh?
total.
Ow! How do you do so much damage?
Oof. This creature is just moaning every time you hit it.
That is my turn.
Yeah. Up next is Hilda.
So I cannot reach him, so I'm gonna do Sacred Flame.
Okay.
He has to make a dex saving throw.
I'm pretty sure he fails with a 9.
Yeah, he failed. So he takes 4 damage.
Radiant damage.
Yes, radiant damage.
This is not sounding very good.
You rolled a 4 with that?
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks. Do you want to move or do anything else? That's her turn.
You got it. Caesar's up next. He's gonna throw 2 dart attacks. And both of them are gonna miss. Whoop, womp, womp.
With advantage?
Yes!
That's hilarious.
Holy shit! Oof.
He should buy an anti-lottery ticket.
Lilith.
As of right now, I can just see that one in front of me, correct? Just the
You-
one flying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, I want to... Yes. I want to do Sacred Flame using Tides of Chaos. I have advantage on it. He needs to do a dex saving throw.
You said you're using Tides of Chaos?
I am.
There's no advantage.
At 13, right?
Well,
13?
It's for the saving. It's for the dex. That means he would take the lower of the two, would it not?
No, that's doesn't work like that for spell attack.
Oh.
Or you're. It works like that for a spell attack, not for. You can't give him disadvantage.
Yeah.
on a
So if
saving
you were
throw.
making a spell attack, you would give yourself advantage, but it's a saving throw on his part.
Okay, so I'm just Okay, I read that wrong. Well, still, it'll just do. Yeah, I'll do Sacred Flame for the moment.
He's got to do a dex save, right?
Yeah.
He passes, I think, 19.
It's whatever your spellcast modifier is. It's probably like 15 or 16 right now.
It's not 19.
No,
Yeah,
it's
no way.
14, I think. I'm just trying to see how these reaction things worked, like with this other one, but I think it's the same thing, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Still working out the kinks. It's all right.
You're good. I'm not going to be able to use it because I have to read more, so that'll be the end of my turn.
You got it. So the first thing you see from this thing right in front of you, you just hear that moaning again, but you hear it much louder and deeper. You feel it in your bones. It goes. And I need everybody to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Everybody's
Nine-
about to get stoned.
19.
If you're 10 feet to me, add 1.
I'm gonna use my my wheel
How many of those do you get?
I get 3.
Okay, so this is
I've
number
used
2.
1 so far.
Yeah.
This is number 2, and I'm gonna give it to. I think Echo has the lowest Wisdom save score. Is that right?
Mine's -1.
Oh,
I
then
got
I'm giving it. Then I'm giving it to Lilith. Adds a D6 to Lilith. You get 5 more to whatever your saving throw was.
I'm gonna
Mine's
give it
19,
to
by the
Echo
way.
because that's what you said first before you meted that.
Well, I mean, I know Lilith, but okay.
Well, in that case, I get 24.
And I have 19.
Okay.
So I could use the Tides of Chaos here to give myself advantage, correct?
I don't think so, no, because it's not one of your attacks. But let me look at Tides of Chaos real quick.
Saving throw.
And saving throws. Ooh.
And you get a +1 from me.
Yes, you may absolutely do that.
Okay. I would have been absolutely terrible about it. 17.
You got it?
I'm probably fucked. It's a 14.
Okay.
It's a
+1.
23 for me.
Yep.
Did
So
you
the-
add the +1 from Mom's aura, Richard?
Yeah, I did. I was looking for
Every
everything,
roll
dude.
was 4, so.
That's fine. So as this moan lets out, all of you are just a little jarred by it. Caesar, more than anything, seems terrified by it. Everybody else seems to be okay. However,
$15.
yeah,
For the next minute, you regain 5 hit points at the start of each of your turns.
nice.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
All right, so
I
that
felt
was
my chest because I'm just feeling really feisty now.
It totally worked out. That's awesome.
what you guys see right next to this guy. You see 3 more just appear.
And they're all on the roof?
They are. Those guys are a little bit higher up the roof. They're about 20 feet up the roof, just based on how the thing is, about how the floor is being dug down.
But we can see them.
Yes.
Yes, you can see them
Okay.
now. Yep.
Are they glowing with fairy fire?
They're not. That's its turn. Okay. Top of the round. Reverie.
Do they look the same? It should. I know you have different things, but they're the same creature.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action Starry Bolt the one that's injured.
Yep. Fire.
15.
Hits.
All right. That's better. 12 damage. 12 radiant damage.
This thing falls out of the sky. You
Cool.
don't follow the sky.
I drop concentration on fairy fire, and I cast it again on the 3 at the ceiling. So I need 3 new deck saves.
No glowing.
All 3 of them passed. Wow. Okay. Where am I? I'm just gonna fly over to the side and actually drop down. So I want to have Echo and the Echo between me and them, and then drop down so I'm further away because they're still on the ceiling. They're on the roof. They're on the ceiling, correct?
They are, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And that will be the end of my turn.
You got it.
Better not be me.
It is.
My turn like this. God damn it. Well, I'll just do what I was gonna do. I'll send the Echo up right next to one of them.
And he disappears, being more than 30 feet from you.
Oh, fucking A. Okay. Fuck. I will move up. Yeah, just close as close as I need to be to send my Echo up. That's as close as I need to be. Okay. Bonus action, send my Echo up. I think the way it works is I can still action through the Echo. So I'm going to grapple the bat that I am next to.
Okay.
At least I hope I can.
Yeah.
It's an action.
Okay. Why does it not show me? Okay, so actions.
Please do so with
doesn't show me.
disadvantage.
Why?
Actually, hang on.
I have dark vision.
Hang on.
It doesn't give me.
Hang on 1 second. I gotta see how this works.
Well, I don't even know if I can grapple. Everybody can grapple, right?
I don't know if the Echo is considered a creature.
No, it's an
It's
object.
considered an object.
Yeah, it's not then.
Okay. Okay, so then.
Yeah, I don't. You can't do that through the Echo though. Because
Really?
yeah, grappling is an action, but
Yeah.
it specifically says that when you take your attack action,
For the Echo.
you can do it through the Echo. So it says when you take the attack action on your turn. So
Oh,
if
I
you
see,
make
I
an
see, I
attack,
see.
yeah.
Okay, I see. All right, rules is written.
You could switch position with the Echoes and grapple the spider before you fall to the ground.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I don't know if I have that yet. I think that's next level.
No, you can do that, but it costs another bonus action, so you couldn't do it this turn.
I couldn't do it this turn, right? So I'll just smack him again. So 2 attacks, no advantage. 1 attack hits, I imagine, at 24 or whatever.
Yeah, 24 does it.
22. All right.
Hang on 1 second.
And we will.
Okay.
Okay, bludgeoning damage. 11 damage.
So as the hammer swings through, the first one misses, it's whipping at air. The next one smacks through and connects cleanly with this bat-like thing just flying around in the air, snarling at you and moaning. And you watch it just burst into shadows.
I'll move up to Echo's feet, and that'll be the end of my turn.
You got it.
Don't forget I take up 4 squares now.
Oh, you're big. I'm sorry.
Fucking rat.
You are up, Echo.
Yeah, I want to run up to the other two.
Yep.
So if I'm 14 feet tall, are they within melee range?
Yeah, they're 20 feet up. I imagine that you could reach your hands up another 6 feet and smack them with your sword.
Taking one attack at each of them.
Okay.
First one, dirty 20.
Hits.
That is 24, or I'm sorry, 19.
So the first one swings through and just smacks into this other one. You didn't find any real purchase on that thing. It just disappeared after you hit it.
Gotcha. Does 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Uh, 13 slashing damage.
You hear them moan again as that was, you start to realize that was some sort of trickery that made it look like 3 of them.
Ah.
But this is definitely like that hit him and hurt him. Is that your turn?
Yes, that's my turn.
You got it. Up next is Hilda.
Is he 60 feet away from me?
Your mic is muted.
I got it. Is he 60 feet away from me?
Yeah, within.
Okay, I'm gonna do the Sacred Flame again.
Do it.
He's got to do a dex save.
He fails.
Yeah, I get a better one this time. 9. Oh, sorry. 10.
Okay. That's the one that lights him up, right?
Yeah.
Sacred Flame does it?
Oh, you're thinking guiding bolt.
I'm thinking.
Oh,
guiding
no,
bolt.
no.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're thinking Guiding Bolt. It's just
So this
Sacred Flame.
radiant damage smacks into the surface of, or smacks, interestingly enough, doesn't come from under his feet, comes from the ceiling and just smacks down into him. Hurts him. Is that your turn?
That is.
Caesar is up next. I don't like you, bat thing. He's going to take 2 attacks. One of them is going to hit. One dart goes flying up into him, sticks into his wings. The other just smacks off the roof. That is his turn. Up next is Lilith.
You're muted.
I wanted to step forward to where I'm within 30 feet of it.
Yep.
30. And then I'm going to cast. I guess it could have been 120. I'm going to cast Fireball with a twin spell, so I'm going to fire it twice.
Yeah. Fire in the hole.
Pew,
18
pew,
for
pew.
the first one,
Hits.
19 for the second one.
Also hits.
D10. $15 for the first damage. 12 for the second.
This thing's really starting to hurt up there. And in desperation, what is he gonna do? Is that your turn?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way out, motherfucker. Adam, just admit that this bat came into the wrong head, bro.
So he's gonna run towards this guy.
He's gonna run towards what guy?
And you guys can take 2 attacks of opportunity on him. Your Echo can take an attack of opportunity, right?
He can take a reaction through it, yeah.
Yep.
19 to hit.
Hits.
It's not gonna fucking hit.
17 slashing damage.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit for sure. 21.
Yeah, that is gonna hit. Go ahead.
10 damage.
As he goes darting off toward the ferry, you guys slash out your hammer and then your great sword. The ground. DED. Dead. And that's where we're gonna end the session for this evening.
Oh,
With 2
Sweet.
cloakers laying on the ground at your feet.
ooh.
Thank you,
Cloakers,
everybody,
say.
for tuning in. Everybody who decided
and
to
I
watch. What?
So I got 5 points of health. I forgot. I was just saying that out loud.
Oh, yeah, you did. For the next minute. So basically, as we're out of combat, I think you're just going to fill up.
Is
Not
it
bad.
just you or is it everybody?
Just
her.
me.
Oh, that's still fat though. That's really cool.
Yeah, the fireball on yourself is about the worst thing that could have happened. But
Yeah.
We got
Especially in close quarters. Motherfucker.
So at least you didn't roll like a nat 20 on it.
Right?
that is it. Let me switch over here. We'll say goodnight to everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you guys for playing. Really enjoyed this evening's session, even though it is hot as balls in here. Take care and